listen to me, baby. Before I love and leave you, they call me heartbreaker. I don't wanna deceive you. If you fall for me, I'm not easy to please. I might tell you, told you from the start, baby, from the start. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only gonna break your heart.
All right, what is up, guys? How we feeling today? How we living? How is everybody out in these kick streaming streets? By the way, guys, we are live. Oh, God, this song just rocks. We are live every single location that we could possibly be live on. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Beam. We're live on Kick. We're live on Twitch. We're live on, I don't know, 16 other platforms. But welcome on in. Today I have a very special guest. This guest you may know, this guest you may not know. Their name is Jinaban. They are a streamer, playboy, philanthropist, entrepreneur, multiple other things. We're going to talk and discuss a lot of stuff today about gaming, about Fortnite, about being in the streaming space, how we deal with situations. But I wanted to get on here before we bring the guest on, let everybody know that I did put out a tweet yesterday talking about how I kind of feel a little off in this space. We're going to definitely talk about it today. I've noticed some streamers feeling the same way, so we'll definitely address it. But yeah, we have Jinaban in Discord right now. I'm going to pop in there in about a minute or so. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know in chat. We will talk about it. We will let you know. We will be blinging up a cup. And I have some very head-hitting, hard questions. Again, by the way, guys, I want to let you guys know this is an adult podcast. There will be adult topics. There may be some cussing. There may be some fussing. There may be some robotussing. If you do not like that, the door is over there. You can go. Over on YouTube and everywhere else, we'll get to everybody's comments. Over on Twitch, we'll get to everybody's comments later. But let me go ahead and switch the scene up here and bring the incomparable, the amazing Jinaban on here. Oh, wait, wrong layout. There we are. Wrong layout. I fixed it.
You did it.
All right, let me turn that music off because that is way too hard and loud. I was feeling hard style today. I don't know why. Look, hard style isn't for everybody. It's a genre of music that's very like drum and bass heavy.
Yeah.
And I got to be in the mood for it. As a DJ that used to play like clubs and used to play a lot of other like weird events and dumb things back in the day, there would always be a hard style DJ, and I'm like, oh, I need four things of Tylenol.
Oh my gosh!
It just did it. It just did it to me every single time. But we'll
just tickled your brain. Quite right.
It broke brain cells. Completely fine though, Mr. Hush Lauren. I see you. So we're gonna get right into the podcast here, but first we will show the gems. We'll show the tools, the accoutrements to everybody out there that wondered what gems she picked, because it's also kind of a mystery of what gems everybody is picking, because some people, the colors that they picked, I never expected them to ever like pick it. Like with Lauren, for instance, I'm like, why are you picking the most opposite colors that look like vomit? But then I was like, wait, that's for her sorority. Okay, it makes sense now. I was like,
oh, man.
Girl, those colors you picked. But then I put them together and I was like, oh, wait. Okay, they kind of make sense. They check out. These are the gems we got today. We got a amazing chrome bead. This is a size 20, size 30, and this, I don't know what type of green this is. It's really cool green. It's like Jinaban green, and then we got the black studs as well. We're going to see how these look on the black cup. We have the cup right here. We're going to be using E6000 today. I promise I won't fumigate myself like I did last stream. Last stream was a journey, man.
But you made it. That's all that matters.
Look, I'm telling you, I'm surprised. I'm surprised there wasn't more tea spilled. Because apparently E6000 is like a loose lipper for me or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I was like saying everything.
Oh dang, get
And I was
that
like,
in there.
why do I feel a little high? And I'm like, is my fan on? I'm like, nope.
No.
No.
No. It's fine.
It's
Who doesn't want
fine.
to be a little bit high, you know?
It was just one of those moments where, okay, let me pour out some of these gems here so you guys can see the actual luminosity. That's what it's called, I think. I don't know. I'm not.
Ooh, it's a good word though. I like it.
It's one of the, they make these bags. I swear they make them idiot proof. Can you open
They're like,
it, please?
you can only look at it through this little viewing window. You can't actually
I
handle
can't
them.
actually use them.
No,
well-
they're just for looking.
Well, where's my knife? Where's my knife?
Not the knife. He's got a knife.
Well, I got a screwdriver. That'll work.
Oh, that'll work.
There. See, it's so weird. They I swear they glue these together.
Eh.
All right, let's pour these bad boys out. Okay, here's these both stones, so you guys can see them in the camera. That is both the stones together. Which these are the bigger ones we are going to use, and then we have the littler guys, which these open up pretty easy, as I struggle to open them.
You jinxed it.
All right, these ones right here, you can see them inside the bag. They're
Ooh,
a lot
they are
bright.
little.
They're little, but once you see the pattern I'm going for, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
That's why.
We see the vision. we see the vision. We see the grace. All that jazz. So here we go. Let me get into the first interview question. This is a little bit of an icebreaker question for those of you guys are new to how I do podcasts or how I do, not me breaking the seal, how I do questions here. We have this thing called a fuzzy icebreaker question. This question can be raunchy, it can be weird, it can be all over the place.
Ooh,
But
like it.
in true fashion, what is one of the weirdest smells you've ever smelt?
Ooh, weirdest smells. Okay. Let me think about this. Ooh.
It's a
Wait.
good icebreaker question.
Do you remember, like, in elementary school, did you ever get those, like, scratch and sniff, like, stickers?
Oh, I love those things.
Okay, so, like, a lot of them are very pleasant smells, but then there was the weird ones, like burp.
Ugh.
That was probably the weirdest smell I had ever smelled. And I was like, I don't understand why they made this, but they did. So yeah, the burp, snatch, bro. Scratch and sniff. Snatch and sniff. That's something completely different. Scratch and sniff, sticker.
That's funny. That is also funny. Oh, here comes the join Kick Family Discord. Oh, called it.
Oh my gosh, what?
Join the Kick Family Discord, guys.
Oh gosh.
To get viewers and followers. Mods,
We're
if you're here, if
using
you want to go
having
ahead and ban
people
that, you
just
can.
doing, emote spams. Yay.
Well, maybe my mods are not here. Boop. I got it. My mods are, sleeping. But so this kind of jumps into the other question I have for you. Mind you guys, if I seemed very focused, I have to make sure this first row is
Lined up,
correct.
right? Yeah,
If
no,
I
that
don't, about to have issues all over the place. So when did you first start streaming?
Okay, so I first started almost 3 years ago. Literally Monday is my 3-year stream anniversary. And I started over on the Facebook side of things. And then about a year after that, came over to Kick, and we've been here since.
Perfect. So that's kind of how the streaming journey started for you, is you started over on Facebook Gaming?
I did. And
Okay.
it was literally just like I had been told for literal years that I should start streaming just because I have the type of personality where, like, I love talking to new people. Like, I can make a friend just about anywhere. My husband actually kept on telling me, he was like, you should really just get into streaming because I think you'd be great at it. And I kept on telling him, no. And then just over 3 years ago, he got orders to be stationed in a different state. And every time that he deploys or is away, I always try to find a hobby that I can like kind of like focus on so that I'm not just sad and depressed all the time. So I was like, well, why not? I'll give streaming a shot. I'm going to have maybe 5 people and they're all going to be my friends in there watching me. And that's going to be about it. And that's fine with me, but it'll give me something to do while he's away. Went live the first night and my 5 friends showed up and then a bunch of people started showing up. Like Facebook, when it was good, was different. Like everybody just kind of banded together to help a lot of people. Like, yes, there was gatekeeping amongst like the big guys, but the little guys would always band together and try and help one another out. So my first stream, I had other creators coming in, tagging their friends because it's Facebook, so they'll get notifications that they're being tagged. And we just had a bunch of people come in, and then I hit my affiliate goal of 100 followers that very first stream, and then the second stream came around, and they all showed back up, and I was like, wait, this isn't what I was planning on. I was planning on streaming to my 5 friends, and that's it, but this is pretty freaking cool. So, and we've just been growing nonstop since then, and it honestly boggles my mind. I don't know why people want to watch me play a silly game, but I guess they do, which is nice.
So when I first saw you, I think it was either Lawrence, somebody that I know, one of the interwebs of the friends, had hosted you, and I was like, oh, who this chick? Who this chick? Who did be? And I just remember instantaneously going, oh my God, this is a vibe.
Aw, thank you. I mean, honestly, I always see streaming as like an escape. So I always want people to feel like they're welcomed, they're loved, and just, forget about whatever problems you have going on in your life just for a little bit if you have time to hang out, and vibe out, smile, laugh at how freaking ditzy I can be at times because I don't even understand the words that are coming out of my mouth half the time. I like to be just as surprised as everybody else by what I say. I usually don't even realize that I'm saying it. Chat will call me out and they'll be like, Jan, do you know what you just said?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh.
There was a couple nights that I went, huh.
Does she realize what she's saying? No, I don't.
I was like, I don't think she, you know what? I'm going to just leave it to chance. All right, here, I'll show you almost the first row here. Here in a second, so you can kind of see this. It's actually going to look really good. You lucked out on this one. You picked good colors. Not me picking the wrong color and almost fucking it up on the second row.
Wow.
So that is the colors that are going on there.
Oh my gosh, it's pretty.
It's kind of washed out, but that's my camera. I will take a picture and you'll see the real.
Oh no, it looks good already, honestly.
The vision. The passion.
It looks amazing. More passion.
More passion. More energy. More passion.
More footwork.
More footwork. Speaking about footwork, Fortnite.
Oh gosh.
Okay. We need to talk about it because I think you got a Chronos installed. I'm convinced.
A lot of people seem to think that, or I've got some guy playing for me. I don't know. Look, I was always like a Mario Kart girl, like very like kid friendly type games, which is why I ended up getting into Fortnite. Was my kids wanted to play it because that's a popular thing that kids do.
Of course.
And I was like, absolutely not. You're not going to play this game online with strangers unless I know what it's about. So it all started because I was playing with my kids to make sure that they were being safe in like an online type setting. And then they got too cool for it and stopped playing. And then I started streaming it. Look, it's weird. I've improved quite a bit. I'm lucky to have my duo, my husband, my duo in life. He's a very competitive gamer. He used to play in like a lot of like COD type like tourneys and Like I can't remember what they call it, but it was like you put money on the line to go up and like pretty much like 4v4 somebody, you know. He used to do that a lot. So like I've had a great teacher in like, hey, this is how you play this type of game, and I've just always naturally had good aim, like IRL good aim since I can remember shooting with my dad. So like I guess that transfers over to game somewhat. I don't know, but it worked out. I'm getting better, and apparently I am using aimbots according to the internet.
Look, there was some shots that you've made where I went, why can't I make those?
Look, I sometimes I make a shot and I'm like, that shouldn't have hit. I don't know what's going on. Am I cheating? Am I actually hacking right now? I don't know.
Which I've heard you say that in stream multiple times, and I'm like,
You're like, are you though?
Are you though? But that's just my inner like kind of troll.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Mind you, when I troll, I'm a funny troll. Okay, I will say some weird out of pocket shit.
I like it.
But it's when people do that, I'm like, are you though?
You're like,
what software?
Because it kind of looks like it's possible.
It's a little possible, especially with that mastiff that you just shot.
Look, every now and then I'll make an insane shot, and then I'll go and miss like 5 shotgun shots, like when the person's right in front of me, and I'm like, look, I can apparently make crazy shots. Easy shots, not so much. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I've saw it in a stream where like you just get locked in, and then like the next minute I'm like, did your batteries die? And
what happened?
What happened? What happened? Even with me too, when I'm like, so I come from the competitive scene, like you were talking about your husband. I come from the competitive gaming scene with Apex, so I did tournaments. Any tournament that we could play, I played. We did trios, we did duos, we did kill race, no fill. Like you gotta like queue with the teammate dies, and you're 1v3ing people. Super fun stuff. Hey, Queen Carly, how you doing? So I understand the competitive aspect of it, and having like a teacher that can teach you that. But with Fortnite.
Fortnite's a weird game, honestly.
Fortnite never translated with me. I don't know why. Like I can play Apex and COD and be a demon, but yet I go play Fortnite and I'm like, why can't I shoot the broadside of a barn?
It's the guns. The guns are all jacked up in Fortnite.
I'm like, why am
the bloom is gross.
I'm like, why am I sniping this guy? But it only did 15 damage all day. Which
that's the problem with Fortnite.
It was funny because when I've played with you before, and I was like, I'm doing what was I saying? Well, 20 all day, 20 all day, 20 all day. Yeah. Like I was consistently hitting 20s. Okay, I'm like, I got 20.
You're like, I don't know where the rest of the numbers are, but 20 it is.
20s all day is what I'm hitting. This one we're going to talk about briefly because we did talk offline, and this is a question that I always have for everybody. If you don't want to talk about it, we will definitely skip it because I believe in, being adult and being like, don't want to answer that. This question is, what does family mean to you?
Family? Oh, man. Family is everything to me. Look, I should probably curb that with the family you make is everything. Like blood doesn't necessarily make people family. I'm estranged from my folks, have been for pretty much the last 14 years. So I have assembled people in my life that I know love me, care about me, and they mean everything to me. They mean everything to me. So, I mean, family means a lot, but not necessarily in the sense of blood family. It's very much the family that chooses to be there for you day after day, no matter what. That's what matters.
That's the same thing that I like to tell people is when people go, oh, I don't have family, I don't have this. I always tell people, I said, family is what you make of it.
Exactly.
Family does not have to be a blood relation. Family does not have to have any type of tie like that. There are people
Exactly.
that I consider family that look, they're the Bible opposite of me. But I do consider them family because I've grown up with them.
Right.
I chose to make my own path within the communities that I'm in. And those people are family. Did I miss a row? Oh my God, I did. Hold
Oh,
on.
whoopsie.
Whoopsie. So you are a content creator. As much as you will say that you're not a content creator, you are. When you're making content for YouTube, what are some of the tips and tricks you've learned along the way?
So, look, that is, I feel like content creation is very much a shot in the dark, no matter who you are, unless you're a big name and then you don't really have to worry about too much. People are just going to watch your stuff. For me, it's anything that I find like, oh, I'm kind of captured by this, or hey, this makes me laugh type thing. That's how I always pick my content. But you never know how that's going to do outside, even from platform to platform. Because I post consistently on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. What hits on one platform doesn't mean it's going to hit on another platform. Like it. It's literally a shot in the dark, and what works one day isn't going to work the next day. So I've just very much come to a point in creation of being just like, if it makes me happy and keeps me entertained, then maybe it'll do it for somebody else. And that's not always going to work. It doesn't always work, but we try every time because I always feel like can't be a content creator unless you're making content. And so we're trying to be as consistent as possible when it comes to that part of it, because I think it's important, especially being a streamer over here on Kick, where like it's a growing platform, yes, but I would still say that a lot of the viewership is still other creators. We don't have
100%.
a lot of just viewers here yet. So it's important to get your stuff out outside of the platform, and hopefully that transfers over to views on platform, which I feel like that's slowed down for me significantly in the past like year or so, being able to push people over here. So I really need to get into the whole multi-streaming aspect of it all, just because I think that's definitely going to help and bring people over here.
I started doing it. It is a lot to handle. I will be brutally honest. When you do get a lot of people chatting in different chats, which, look, I've already told you I'm a 10 CCV, 30 CCV Andy, and I'm okay with it. But when you have that on every platform,
Right.
my chat
Be a lot.
be zooming, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
who did they say?
I'm trying to keep up. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
I'm like, hold on, guys, hold on, stop talking. But it's one of those things. This leads into the other random question I have, which is very random, but it is what it is. What is one of the most common misconceptions about getting in front of a microphone and streaming that people have that you kind of want to debunk?
That it's easy. Look, if physically, sure, it's easy. However, you are opening yourself up to criticism on everything. Every single part of me has been criticized, from my voice to like my hair to like my weight. Everything's been criticized, like to a point to where like it doesn't even bother me anymore, because I've heard it. Like I've heard it. You can say whatever you want to say because I've heard it. I'm perfectly okay with who I am, and my appearance and my, well, I still hate my voice, but I think everybody hates their voice. Like
Oh yeah,
I'm fully comfortable.
absolutely hate my voice.
I love your voice though.
Oh, I went and did, for the first time in a while. Shout out to Miss Lauren. She did the Trap House karaoke night. And
Yes, it was so good.
look, I'm telling you right now, I have a problem with my voice. I've always hated the way I sounded, and I was in choir. So it's
I
just one
think
of
you did
those
amazing.
things. But it's funny
I
though
think you did
because
great.
my friends did tell me, it was like, you have a voice for radio, and I'm like, so my face is ugly. Got it. So
Oh,
the trolling started with me earlier. So I'm kind of immune to a lot of the online hatred. This also jumps into the next question we have. For me, because I am of the LGBTQ genre,
sounds so
and
fancy.
and I
That
and I'm also not your typical LGBTQ. I don't shoot rainbows out of my booty hole.
it'd
I'm
be
more
cool if you could, though.
that shit. If I had that, I'd have $1 million.
You really would. I'd pay.
Well, that gym just went on the floor.
Well,
Lost one of those. This jumps into the question that I have for you. How do you deal with people online that may cross boundaries? How do you handle those situations?
so I have this really great quality about me that I'm ditzy. And I play it off real well. Like I'm way smarter than I portray a lot of times, but I literally, if it's just a boundary that is barely crossed, I will ignore it. You know, my mods are usually pretty quick. They know me. All of my mods are like IRL friends of mine, so they know where my lines are. They'll just delete it. If that line continues to be crossed, I'll address it and let it be, hey, this isn't cool. And that's how I am even like off of stream. Like if somebody crosses a boundary with me, I feel like it's best to have that conversation. You let them know how you feel, why you feel that way. And then from there, you either take a step back or, you squash it depending on the boundary that was crossed. But if that boundary is crossed again, I completely cut ties just because I don't allow people to have a negative impact in my life if I can control it. I don't have time, like it's no mystery that I'm a little bit older than a lot of people in this industry. I literally just do not have the time or the patience to deal with things that aren't going to bring me joy. Like I've got I've got 2 boys, I got 2 dogs, I got a husband, like I'm not going to devote any of my energy into negativity because what's that going to give me? Like it doesn't bring me anything. So I'll walk away from things. I'm really great at walking away. That is a great quality about me. I'm not afraid to burn a bridge if it needs to be burned.
That's the one thing about our generation, because you're around my age group. We are the fuck around and find out generation.
Yes.
It's the if I don't really like the situation, I'm going to separate myself from it.
Exactly.
It's no offense to the person, but this new generation is kind of cooked. And I have 2 brothers, and
Agreed.
I've spoke about them before. Look, I had my brother call me and ask me how to wash his hands at work because he could not figure out why the sink did not have an automatic thing on it, like a touch.
A manual sink. That is tricky.
Like he couldn't figure it out. He because he's an iPad kid. He's an
Oh
100% iPad.
no.
He's 100% an iPad kid.
Oh
And I come
no.
from the generation where we had to fix shit. We had to figure it out. We were
Yep.
we were hanging on life by like a thread. Like,
Exactly.
like it was here
Oh
we
my
go.
god. Very much your parents are just like, "Hey, I'll just catch you later. Make sure you're home, once the sun goes down, keep
Literally
ourselves alive all day somehow, some way.
my
Figure it out."
my parents were come home before 12 o'clock or we knew when the light pole light turned on that we had to be home.
Yeah. Yep.
And if we weren't home and my dad, my dad, loved my dad to death, but God, he fucked up raising us. He would get a little tipsy.
Oh gosh.
And he would forget that I was outside.
Oh no.
And he would lock the door. And mind you,
Oh no.
when we were younger, we didn't have, you know, keys like that. We usually, left the door unlocked until nighttime.
Yep.
Different time, people. It doesn't happen now.
Yeah. Can't
Different
do that
time.
anymore, guys. Don't do that.
Don't do that now. But he would lock me out, and there was times where I had to crawl over my fence, up my lattice into my second story window. I would always leave my window unlocked, so I knew if I could get in. And there was times that like I would sneak in. He's like, "Where were you?" I was like, "You locked me out," so I had to climb up the door to get in. And he's like, "Oh, I forgot." And I'm like, "Yeah, you forgot you had a kid?"
Yeah, a whole human you forgot about.
That was always my response, which that usually ended up getting beat. But anyway.
Oh yeah. Well,
Smart aleck.
again, our generation. That's
Different
how
generation.
things were handled.
That's how. So this leads into a random question that I have, which I always ask everybody. What was the first type of video game you ever remember playing?
Oh, it was Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo with my sisters, and we would fight. There's 3 of us.
Oh no.
So we would fight over who actually got to play, and then the rotation of the controller. It was a whole thing. I mean, growing up with 2 sisters is rough, but then you throw in like the whole sharing aspect when there's only room for 2. Oh man. I'm the middle child. I usually got gypped in that situation. Love my sisters to death. But I'm very much the definition of a middle child, of just being very much like overlooked and easily I just kind of give in. Very submissive when it came to like when I was younger, of just kind of letting everybody else have their happiness, and I would just stand by.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was the first. So I didn't get the princess treatment that all my brothers got. So I saw when my dad remarried. I love my brothers to death, but I still give them shit for this. I remember the first time I had a wheelbarrow and I dropped the dirt out of it. My dad beat the living poop out of me. Now, I went and, was staying with them for a little bit because I was in between work. And I remember my dad said, "Hey, we're going to go do yard work." I'm like, "All right, cool. Yard work, whatever." Every Sunday we would go out, do yard work. And I saw one of the boys drop the wheelbarrow.
And you were like, "Oh."
I'm like, "Oh, it's about to go down." And he goes, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Don't cry. Everything's fine. Like, you did a good job." And I'm sitting here like, "You motherfuckers. Y'all dodged a bullet with this guy.
You don't know what I went through.
You don't know what I went through."
Oh.
When did this gentle parenting happen?
I think that happens with a lot of people. Like, I think that as we, progress, we kind of learn. I would hope maybe he learned his lesson and felt terrible about how he handled it with you. I'm hopeful that that's what happened there. Like he just very much in the moment didn't realize what he was doing and then felt bad, so didn't continue with that behavior going forward.
Look,
at least I hope.
My dad was my dad is a Marine. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that actually explains why.
He's a Marine.
I get it.
And I grew up in a very structured, like, gotta do this household. Now, when my parents got divorced, I didn't know how to handle myself. I was like, "What's all this freedom that I have?"
You're like, nobody's really paying attention to you right now, so let me see what I can do.
And my mom was like, "As long as you're in the house by this time, you're working, you're going to school, I do not care." And I was like, "Oh
my gosh."
But it's one of those things where I see the gentle parenting because I work in a retail environment. And I've seen some people that come into the store and I'm like, "Oh, if these kids were in my generation,
Yeah,
Oh.
no, they would have lasted. They would have lasted.
They would have lasted 2 seconds.
Shoot, I'm always telling my kids that. I'm like, you don't even know how easy you guys have it.
They don't know because this. Okay, and this is the story, and then we're gonna move on to the other questions here. This kid came in, went to the toy aisle, freaked out. His mom like did this whole gentle parenting thing, going, "How does this make you feel? Let's talk about it." Da-da-da-da. I'm like, if that was me, I would have got scooped up, thrown by my head out the door.
Yep.
and then sequestered to my room for 2 weeks.
Yep. Exactly.
Where I might get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Wait, did the kid end up getting a toy in the end?
Yes.
No.
I was so angry. I was like, why?
Oh my gosh.
Toy?
It's a problem. Like, I understand the whole gentle parenting thing to a certain extent, but that doesn't mean you give your child everything. You know, like, sure, do better than the generation that we endured. Do better than that. But you don't reward bad behavior. It's just, in my opinion, it's a lot of the reason why things are the way that they are these days. We got a little away from the core values, I think, that were instilled into like our generation, you know, and because we realized that some of the things that they were doing wasn't correct, you know, like you shouldn't be just beating your kids, you know, like there should be a line there, you know. So like we wanted to get away from that, and now we're polar opposite, and we gotta find a happy medium somewhere. At some point, it's gotta happen.
Thing I told you that I never would.
Thank you, Shenanigans, for that sub on the channel. Much
I never could. Know that I can't find nobody.
I don't know why
Thanks, Shenanigans.
I don't know why my alerts aren't working. What the hell? That was weird. Don't know why the alerts aren't working. Couldn't tell you.
It could be Botrix if you use Botrix.
No, I use Kicklit, which maybe you guys heard the alert. I didn't hear it though. Oh, there we go. It works.
Oh, it was the Shenanigans.
There you go, gifted to each other. You got a friend in me. You got a friend.
Factual.
Moving on from that topic, this one right here is a weird question. Like I said, these podcasts are up, down, and always in between. What is one of the cringiest moments you've ever had streaming? Me?
That's hard because that happens a lot.
I'll let you know mine. Mind you, I used to drink. Okay?
Oh.
And you're from my generation. You remember leather? You remember the puts the lotion on the skin?
Yes, or it gets the hose again.
Your boy got really litty titty. And I decided to put the makeup on the face. And beat myself like a drag queen. And put on a wig and proceed to go, puts the lotion on the skin. Puts the lotion on the skin. And I was so drunk, I didn't realize I was still streaming. And I was walking around the room going, puts the lotion on the skin. Because I was so drunk.
Meanwhile, your chat's like,
My chat was like, we've lost Fuzz. We've lost him. He's gone. He'll come back in 2 business days.
That's hilarious.
And I was walking around the room with a Patron bottle in my hand, drinking out of the Patron bottle. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I could see that being a moment that's forever going to be emplaced in your brain.
Thank goodness that I deleted that VOD on Twitch as soon as I saw it.
Oh my gosh.
And my mods did not clip it. Thank God.
Wow. Your mods are nice. I feel like my mods would have been like clipping the shit out of that. Carly, don't lie. I know you would.
Look, your mods are, they be trying to get you, okay?
They do.
Let's be so for real. Like,
they do.
No shade to your mods, but they be
they're the best.
They be trying to get you.
Yeah, Jordan and Carly would have clipped it and they would have posted it everywhere. Like, I feel like it, because we're so good of friends in real life that like that's just naturally the relationship we have. We troll each other all the time, like they keep me in line, but at the end of the day, like nobody's gonna get to me. Nobody gets to do that except for them. Like they're not gonna let anybody get away with the things that they do because it's okay if they do it because they're family. Like
Yeah.
they're literally family to me. So they get away with a lot more than others do. Like if they say something, it's fine. If somebody random in chat that is not, a mod says it, you're gonna have to deal with the mods. It's just the way it is. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of cringy moments I've had on stream.
Look, I know your mods are strong because one day I came in there and I got timed out. I was like, oh!
Oh, you did? What did you do?
I was like, I was just being funny.
Oh, no. I wonder if it was an accident.
It probably was, but I was like,
we do have the accidental timeouts and bans every now and then.
I was like, oh, okay.
Whoopsie, I did something.
Oopsie. I'm sorry, I can change.
I think Trav accidentally deleted one of your comments yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he decided to say, you know what, Fuzz?
He was like, oh, shit. That's all I hear on the other side of the room is, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was accidental, wasn't it, Trav?
Trav, look, it's okay. Trav can make mistakes on me. It's fine. If he's the other half to Janaban.
He is. Or Mr. Janaban.
Mr. Janaban. That's an interesting name. We should get that legalized. That should be his new name in the army or military or whatever.
Yep.
Whatever
they're gonna love it in the Navy. They're gonna be like, what's wrong with you? Which that always freaks me out too, because like, guys, what we do, like content creation in general, like it's such a foreign and weird thing to so many people. And if you go around saying my wife is in content creation, they're automatically going to think that you mean OnlyFans. Like that's just how it goes. So Trav will sometimes try to explain to his coworkers that like I'm a streamer, I play Fortnite, and people watch me play Fortnite. It's something
goes
about
instantly
that.
to OnlyFans, really?
Right? If you just say content creator, they're going to think that I am on OnlyFans. Like I'm a female. You say content creation, that's what a man's brain's gonna go to, but then the whole conversation of like, oh, she plays Fortnite and people watch her. Like, I feel awkward about that because I'm like, I know I'm playing pretty much a kid's game. However, I will battle back with, if it's a kid's game, why do they keep on putting things in there for me? Like Beavis and Butthead, Eminem. If it were for the kids, those things would not be in the game. Just to be fair. But, like, it's always weird to me. He's like, oh, yeah, they know you stream. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. That makes me feel funny. Like, not necessarily embarrassed, but just like, oh, I wonder what they think about that type thing. Like, not that I care that much about what anybody thinks about me, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not completely comfortable in announcing to people that don't consume this type of content of what I do. Like, it's such a weird spot because so many people don't know anything about this. Yeah, shenanigans, be careful. Somebody's going to think that you're on OnlyFans.
Look, I'm telling you this right now.
I'd subscribe those shenanigans.
Look, back in the Miss Panorama, Miss Panini, I made my bag off of OnlyFans.
Look, I have zero like negative feelings towards anybody that's able to make a bag over there. I wish I was confident enough to go over there and make a bag. Honestly. Like, I don't understand the hatred towards those types of creators because, I mean, like, they're only making a bag because people are willing to give them that. Like, how are you going to sit here and go at the creator for making this content when clearly it is sought after, like,
and clearly you're ingesting the content.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's one of those catch-22 situations where you're kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
My like come to Jesus moment with it was when my brother found it.
Ooh, ooh, oh, that's awkward. Ooh.
Yeah. That was my what are you doing on that site? And then I realized my brother is fucking 21 years old.
You're like, wait a second. You're like, what are you doing on that site? Wait.
And then I had that like, oh wait, my brother's not a little baby no more. I will always think of him as a little baby. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like he will always be a little baby in my mind. But like he's 21 now going on when he found out he was 21. Now he's 24.
Oh my gosh.
He's got a girlfriend and they're about to be married. Like I'm all happy for him, but like it was just one of those things where I was like, not my baby brother coming across that.
Like, oh my gosh. I can only imagine how awkward that must have been.
And
well,
I found out what it was is there's this setting, and I didn't know there was a setting on some mobile app where it syncs your contacts.
wait, no, that seems like that shouldn't be a thing. That feels like it shouldn't be a thing. They should probably rethink that.
They did.
Good, because that's a terrible plan.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody.
Oh my goodness.
That was an interesting
Well, this is
conversation.
a cautionary tale, guys. Make sure that those settings are turned off.
My mom goes, you know what? I don't care that you're doing that. I knew that things were going on, but I just didn't know that I needed that's what that was. And I'm like, oh, mama.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Lord.
You're like, guess we're gonna have this conversation.
Guess we're having this conversation. Well, the thing is that me and my mom have always been very open about sex, about life and like things like that. Just because my mom is one of those people where she would rather me be aware of something than me not be aware of it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
My mom was literally like, she went to the store and she said, this is a pack of condoms for you. This is what can happen to you. This is what you could get. They're not going to tell you this in health class. This is how you put it on. I'm sitting there going, oh my God, my mom is showing me this. Oh my God, my mom is showing me this. But thank goodness she told me.
Yeah. Because you're not going to get the whole truth. And I'm always telling my kids too, now that they're at an age where they might hear things. I'm like, I would rather you ask me than ask your friends that don't really understand, or go and find, oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
That's the update on the cup, guys. Sorry, I haven't shown an update in a while.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Or for them to go on the internet and then just get misinformation in general. Just come to me. I'm happy to have those awkward conversations with you because they need to happen, you know?
Yeah, my mom was very open about those conversations, and I'm very thankful she had those conversations with me. You know, she had conversations that I never would have thought that I would have had with her.
Right.
And there's been times where I've like messaged her and like I'm TMI, but I don't really care. I sent her a picture. I'm like, Mom, oh my God, what is this? And she's like, baby, that's an ingrown hair. You're fine. You don't have anything. Like, you're good.
It's not cancer, okay?
and that's just how me and my mom's relationship is.
I love that though.
It's very I don't know, what do you want to call it? Brady Bunch-ish, I guess. I don't know.
Aww.
But that's how me and her. Now my dad, on the other hand, no, fuck no. Love my dad. Don't get me wrong, love him to pieces, but me and that man have had a tumultuous past. We've tried to fix it. We just realized that we love each other from a distance.
That's fair.
And when his wifey isn't around, it's a lot different. So we just leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's what sucks with those situations, but is what it is.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking though.
No, at the same time, like, I view it differently. At the time when that stuff happened when I was younger, was I upset? Hell yeah. Everybody's going to be upset at that. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like you're losing your family that you've, like, known and loved for so long. But seeing when my parents were high school sweethearts, okay? Like literally fresh off of high school sweethearts. Like
Aw.
my mom had me at literally got pregnant from 19 to 20.
Oh gosh. Yeah. No, that's
So
very young. Yeah.
so like, you know, I get it. Um I get that they got together way too early. They weren't
Yeah.
they didn't experience life. They didn't do anything but jump right into the, married life
Having a family.
and
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
family. Which later on in life, my mom, I'm happy she got to do the things in life that she wanted to do because she never had that opportunity.
Yeah.
She couldn't, go traveling with the girls. She couldn't do, all the stuff that she does, which I'm just happy she has that opportunity now.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Because she had, like I said, I've talked about it before in the streams. I almost lost my mother back then.
Oh.
She had stage 4 breast cancer and stage 1 aggressive, and then stage 4 passive tumor, but aggressive cancer around the tumor. It's a rare type of breast cancer that like what was like 1 in 1.5 million women get.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so it was a very rare. We're glad we caught it when we did. But it was one of those things where, she's been through so much, and seeing her blossom and do the things that she do. She owns her own house now. Like,
Oh, I love it.
she has her own, she remarried. I love my father-in-law. Not my father-in-law. Wrong one. I love my stepdad.
And there you go.
My stepdad, he's just a fucking legend. I don't call him a lot, but when I do, it's usually like, hey, I need some advice on this situation. Like, what would you do? And he's never strayed me in a path that's not been like positive.
I love him so much.
He's always been that like that rock in the sense of like, he'll even call me and be like, yo, you're fucking up. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm fucking up?
Yeah, what I do?
But he'll tell me, he's like, hey, I noticed this. Like, I noticed a pattern. Like, are you good? Just to make sure that I'm like, okay. Which that says a lot to me, is who the person is. When they're not afraid to be like, hey, I see you kind of getting into your feels over here.
Yeah.
Are you good? Do we need to have a conversation?
Love that though. Well, and I feel like that's what we all need to strive to be is, straightforward and honest with the people that we love. Because, I mean, if you love somebody, you want the best for them. So being straightforward is definitely a way, which also just a side fact, I'm married to my high school sweetheart.
Oh, gotcha.
I do. But we waited to have kids. Well, we had no choice. I had stage 1 cervical cancer.
Okay.
So we ended up having to wait to have kids. But yeah.
Well,
There was so much from your story that I was like, wait, I can relate.
look,
In a different way, but I can relate.
I do not wish any type of cancer on anybody. Even my worst enemy, I wouldn't wish that on. I don't know if it was like this with you, which we won't get into it because those scars do cut deep. I just know with my mom, it was hard for me because I felt like I was losing her.
No, I could see that for sure.
But it wasn't losing her in the sense of like her being gone off this earth. It was losing the personality that she had.
Right.
Because she was going through so much chemo, so much radiation. They hit her with chemo that like basically they give people that are like have weeks to live.
Terminal, yeah.
And that chemo just oof.
Yeah, I got lucky.
It
honestly.
It did a number on her. It hit her hard. I just realized I messed up on this. So we're going to, because this is not all the way dry yet, just move that like that.
Let's go.
Move that like that. So the one thing about this glue that is amazing, but also is not amazing, is when you fuck up
Yeah.
it can either be okay to fix it, or it could be
Or impossible.
or impossible. Because
There's nothing in the middle.
it's literally cement. Um,
Oh my gosh.
and that's the only way that these stay on. It's E6000. It's contact cement. That's,
Oh, dang.
but no, I actually did not know that about you, and that's what this podcast is about, and the reason why I do it. It's to get to know the person behind the content, get to know the person behind the camera. I don't know if you shared that story with your community.
I have a few times. I mean, I'm a huge, voice for early screening because with everything, because I got lucky only because I had, my annual PAP, and they caught it early enough to where like I didn't have to go through super intense treatment in order to be better. Um, and it was very much like because in that time of my life, I was married already, and I was like, I want to have kids. Can that happen? And they're like, you might be able to. It's too soon to tell, type thing. So like, very much the struggles of all of that. Like, and I know that a lot of people can relate to that, and it's easy to get down on it and dwell on it and just only see the negatives of everything in life and only picture the worst outcome in it all. But when you have somebody like me that's able to be like, hey, look, I was told the exact same thing, and now look at me. Like I have my 2 babies, and I'm incredibly lucky for that. And we had our hardships because of the cancer. Like especially like delivery, like my body just is not reacting the way that it should react. So like I had a very traumatic delivery experience. Um, so like while there's all of these things that could go wrong and that like extra obstacles that you might have to face, at the end of the day, like anything's possible. Literally anything is possible. It's just everybody's path's a little bit different. Some people's paths are a little bit more difficult, and that's okay. You don't get dealt anything that you can't handle. There's a reason why you're given what you're given in life. I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And I like to live my life that way. It saves me from being jaded, I
Of
think.
course, yeah, of course.
Just being like, it sucks, but it was supposed to happen. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. I love it so much already.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I always tell people that, and they kind of give me that like, huh?
Yeah.
Like I knew at the time that I was gonna have to do a lot. And the weird situation, not to dive too much into, oh my god, the Kick Fam's back.
They've got 1 million accounts.
Oh my god. My god, they're back.
But
Mods, if you want to delete that, you can if you're in
created
here.
within 48 hours. So if you set your account age to like 3 days, it's usually okay.
I have it set to that. That's what's weird.
Oh, you do? Oh, that fixed a lot of my problem. Was just setting it to 3. I was like, perfect.
Well, we're gonna do a month. How about that? There we go. That works for me.
Perfect.
A month is fine with me. But speaking on the family situation of things, with my mom, I was happy that she was dealt what she was dealt, because looking back on it now, if that wouldn't have happened, I think my mom would have been in a very bad situation in relationship.
Okay.
Because my dad did not know how to handle the situation, and this is no disrespect to him. My dad divorced my mother because of it.
Oh, damn.
That's the honest truth. That's the tea. Like, there's no other reason for that. Yes, he did go have sex out of wedlock and get another person pregnant. But, that's neither here nor there. But the main reason was that, my dad was he had misinformation, and he chose to do something that, is what it is. And I'm glad that my mom, not saying glad that she went through cancer, like that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she went through that, because I foresee it being just a bad thing further down the line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's in a very healthy relationship now with Paul. she does all the things that she loves to do, which my dad didn't really want her to do because, girls don't do that. Not with Paul. Paul's like, you want to hunt, you want to fish, you want to do this, we got you.
Aw, I love Paul.
Which that's when I first met Paul, I was like, holy shit, like this is somebody I could see I want my mom to marry him.
Yeah.
And he actually asked me, he's like, hey, I have a question for you. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're like, hold on. Do you know who I am? Because I don't usually get asked things.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you want? What am I doing? What happened? My immediate response was, what did I do? Because I used to live with him, and look, me and him had a weird relationship where like we would do things to each other just to piss each other off. Like I would unplug his laptop, just as a funny LOL.
Yeah.
And he'd go back like, who the fuck unplugged my laptop?
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Because he works from home, so.
Oh yeah, so that actually, yeah, kind of a big deal there.
Yeah, it was kind of, but me
so funny.
me being a little shit, But yeah, it was one of it just. I'm glad that situation happened. We're gonna move on from that because depressing. Moving on. What are some strategies that you've had for streaming and how you've grown on the platform?
I mean, it sounds pretty broad. However, just remain being yourself. You're gonna find, your people as long as you continue being yourself. I always say I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's true with everybody in life in general. But if you continue just being your genuine self, then you will find the people that are attracted to that, your energy. Like I always see all of these people, and it's almost like they're cookie cutouts of like the bigger streamers, like. And I know that all of us have, something that like I'm sure that people feel like we're part of the cookie cutter crap, but like. Just don't let the noise get to you. Continue being you. Your people will find you. And the ones that aren't meant for you will go away eventually. The people just changing up all the time is weird to me. And I see it literally often. And I just had this conversation with Sasha the other day about it too, about, I feel like that goes along with the whole, like, everybody gets too focused on the grind, and then they think that there's, A, B, C that you'll have to do, and then, hey, you'll be just like this person. No, everybody's journey is different. It's okay to be you. You don't have to be like the big guys, because there's only one you, and there's already that person, so you can't be them too, type thing, and I think that's been my whole drive behind my personal growth is just I'm always me. I show up even on my bad days. I will show up, and chat might know that I'm having a bad day and I might be a little bit off, but like I'm still being me. I'm not just faking it, like just be you.
There was a couple times that I've come to your stream and I went, do I need to drive to Jenna's house and literally give her a hug right now? Because I don't know what's going on. But I felt it. I felt it. I was
never
like, what's going on?
About it. I struggle with depression, and I have ever since I was a kid. So like some days are really heavy for me, and I'm still going to show up, and I'm still going to try to be as positive, because I know that like being native is not going to help me at all. So I'll still try to focus on the positive. I might be a little bit short, and I might, not be my like regular bubbly self, but like I'm still there. I'm still trying. I'm not going to, like complete 180 and be like, I hate everything, and just say, I'm not going to be like that. But like, you might notice that I'm just not as bubbly, but, yeah,
No, I
It
noticed it.
happens.
I noticed it one stream, and I think I remember I DM'd you afterwards, and I was like, "Girl, you okay? I just want to check up on you, make sure everything's okay. Who do I have to kill?" That's literally I think that was my reply.
You're such a great friend,
I'm like,
honestly. I love
who
that, like,
hurt
people
you?
check up on me because I want to be, like, a happy, bubbly person all the time, but, like, in reality, none of us are, like, we're all humans. We're all gonna have days where we're not feeling our very best, and, people are gonna notice, especially those that are closest to us are gonna notice when we're off, and, just knowing that I have people that, like, care and that I can talk to and that I don't have to, like, just put on this front of, like, "Hey, I'm bubbly, I'm happy." Like, that brings comfort to me, that I have that because I don't know if everybody does. So I'm incredibly lucky to have so many people that truly, genuinely care about me and my well-being.
My main thing is that I've always told this to every single person. I'll reach out to people. I never expect anything in return from it. I'm just that type of person where I want to make sure that like the people that I genuinely have a connection with, like
Right.
it can be mental, it can be physical too. No,
Hey.
look, don't ban me in her chat, okay? I know you's in
Oh,
the
you won't get
military.
banned for that.
I know
You
you's in the
won't get banned for
military,
that.
Mr. Husband. Don't hurt me.
He is the least ban heavy when it comes to that, by the way. He's experienced it like IRL, people hitting on me right in front of him. Like it doesn't bother him because he knows at the end of the day I'm gonna be right there next to him. Oh, hey, look, there he is.
Try look, hey, I can change. Look, I'm just saying. Um, no, one of those things that like I like to tell people, and it's so funny when I game with, and this is something that's happened to me recently. Not to mention any names, but I there was a couple that I got to know. Got to know this couple. And I told him, I was like, hey, look, like he basically what had happened is the wife had a failure to communicate with husband that I was
Uh-oh.
of the Legibaquois variety. Because I don't, like I said, I don't act that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sometimes it comes out. Sometimes it's it's just I'm not that type of gay. Like I'm just not. And they thought I was some bro. That was
Oh
hitting on their
no.
wife, and they had a lot of choice words to say about me.
Oh gosh.
And it was funny because I posted underneath the comment, and that it got deleted real quick.
Oh my gosh.
I said, "Bro, I'm gay."
You're like, your wife is completely safe.
I'm like,
I'm not trying to steal her.
I'm like, the only thing I might steal your wife for is to go get a pedicure. So like,
Yeah.
are you good?
What are we doing?
But no, have you ever?
Yeah, Travis never. I don't think Travis ever gone at anybody for hitting on me unless they cross the line and I make it clear that like I'm uncomfortable. Then he's got a problem. But like he's dealt with it IRL. He's dealt with it now for 3 years straight. Of me streaming, people hitting on me all the time, and like I would say that like my other mods get more offended by it, and other viewers get more offended by it than Travis does. Travis just laughs. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know she's mine." Like I don't blame you. I think the same thing.
You're like, I
So
don't
we very much got that understanding. However, it's not reciprocated. If somebody hits on my man, I will stab them.
see, same.
So
See, I'm that
we
type
don't
of
hear
person.
that.
See, I'm that type of person with with my boyfriend. Like if somebody hits on him and I find out about it, like I'm stabbing him.
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
that's mine.
Sorry, that one's mine.
That was mine. But like at the same time, like I'm not gonna do that, and but at the same, like if I see somebody hitting on him and I'm like, that's my man. Back up. You will get shanked right here.
Exactly.
I'm a crazy Sicilian. We will grab
Don't
a
think
spatula.
don't think I won't, because I will.
I will find a spatula and start swinging.
Not the spatula.
Oh, spatula or a wooden spoon.
Oh gosh.
I still, when my grandma to this day grabs a wooden spoon, I literally nut up.
You're like, whoa, I'm so sorry, Grandma.
I'm like, I don't know what I did when I was younger, but I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
I started apologizing for things I didn't even do.
Oh my gosh. Or things that she doesn't know that you've done.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then what have you done?
It's one of those things that's like, unless you've lived in a Sicilian household or a grandma that's very like Sicilian, you don't get it until you get it. There was times I would come in and like I didn't even know what she was mad about, but like I was getting cussed out and I knew I was gonna get beat that day. Don't even know what I did.
Oh, it's just one of those days, huh?
It's just one of those things. And then like
God.
she always asks me, when are you giving me grandchildren?
Oh no.
And I'm like, I can keep trying.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's gonna work, but I keep trying, you know?
Got you.
She's just, it's one of those things. Love her to death, but she's out of touch with reality.
Oh my gosh.
But this jumps into another question. Have you ever experienced an issue on stream with like streaming software? Did you ever consider cussing out the streaming software, or how did you ever handle that situation? Because we all have had technical difficulties. Do you let those technical difficulties get to you now, or because you've done it for so long, you just are like...
So I'm a lot better now with a lot of the stuff. Like we still cuss out Botrix daily, only because it's Botrix and rarely decides to show up, like we do that. But like as far as like audio and stuff, like I've gotten so much better about just like figuring it out than I used to. Like I used to get very frazzled about it. Yes, I use the word frazzled. I would get very frazzled about it and like get super stressed out. But now I've got such a handle on it that like it doesn't bother me, because I've had it mess up so many times that now I'm just very much like, oh, I just have to do this, and this. Or I need to call Trav and Trav will figure it out because he knows how this stuff works.
Trav's your tech guru.
Yes, we actually call him Tech Guy.
Look, I'm the tech guy for like 50 people, and I'm just gonna start charging.
You should do it,
because I'm telling you right now, I get hit up by my girl Shug. I get hit up by like all my other friends, and I'm like, what do you need now? How do you do this thing over here? And I'm like, Shug, it's right in front of you.
We've gone over this.
Shug, we have gone over this how many times now? No, but it's one of those things where tech issues in streaming happen.
Yes.
What is one piece of advice that you could give to somebody that is newer to streaming about tech issues?
Know your hardware, know your software. Do what you can to educate yourself as much as possible. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna have things set wrong. Like that's bound to happen. But it's more about learning how it works, finding a way to put it in your head to make you understand it. Because that was always my thing with the audio stuff, that I didn't really understand how it worked. But now that I do, like, now it's easy. Like, get to know what you are using. Use YouTube. YouTube is a great source that I think gets overlooked a lot. Like, we buy all this equipment for streaming, but we don't really understand how it works. Get to know it. Find all of the literature, all of the videos you can on it. And then on top of that, then you get to learn like all of the extra things that it's capable of doing. Like I say that, and I know that my mic, I could do a lot more with this thing that I don't. But look, I know that
you have a microphone. Possible. You have a microphone that I absolutely love. I had the Wave 3. Okay, I loved my Wave 3. I loved the software. I had everything dialed in. And then I had this lovely little lady called Lola.
Oh.
Now, Lola...
Through the cable?
No, she didn't chew it.
Oh.
She had her women's surgery. And this was to get her spayed, because she is too small to have babies, and I will not let a cat that is literally has been below almost 2 pounds her whole life, because she is that small, have babies.
Please.
That will kill her.
Yeah.
as a respectable pet owner, I just don't believe in if the baby is that small, no, they're not having kids. I'm
Agreed.
sorry. As much as I would love for her to have little babies, it's not,
Yeah, it's not
it's
safe.
not safe for her. Well, when she had her, I call it the Gabapentin War episodes, because she was fighting demons, PTSD, and chasing off killer clowns.
Oh,
She decided to
no.
jump on my chair and then jump into the air. And the USB-C that's on the back of it, because I did not have the correct arm, because I was saving up to buy the like one that Elgato makes.
Yeah.
I had like a really like $10 Amazon arm that sucks. I was saving up for it. It broke the USB off of the back of it inside.
No.
So it wasn't the USB that plugs in. The actual physical
Yeah.
USB inside
Yes.
broke off. And I asked
Oh,
about the warranty,
no.
and I was a month.
Oh, yeah, I love when that happens. She couldn't look. On the bright side, that demon didn't get you, Fuzz. So maybe we should be thanking her.
Yeah, no,
'cause
she
she slaughtered that demon.
she was swatting air. She was looking at all over the place. Like she
Oh
she
my
was having
gosh.
flashbacks from Kitty Nom. Like it was.
Not kidding,
So here is the layers that we got right now.
Oh my gosh, it looks so
Let me get
good.
back up a little bit so you can actually see kind of a little more of the color.
Oh my
I
gosh.
went for kind of like a zigzaggy stripe pattern, which it's going to switch up throughout the cup.
Right.
Because I don't like to make something. So I have this weird thing where like I don't like symmetrical things.
Oh, that's fair.
Like when they're too
That's
symmetrical,
fair.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want
seems off.
I want something handmade that has a little bit of uniqueness and flair. We will be rhinestoning all the way down to about here with your cup. And then I might do the handle, but we're going to see how Velo's holds up when I send it out to her. And then I'm going to decide whether I want to do the handles or not, because we don't know if they're going to hold up. Because I don't have any resin. And unfortunately, resin right now, I don't know if you've ever priced it.
No.
Resin is like through the roof.
Oh wow.
Like for a container of resin. Hold on, I just noticed I screwed something up and I want to fix it before the glue dries. A bucket of resin right now is about $68. That's just for the activator.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's expensive right now.
That's insane.
So it's just,
Holy moly.
I normally do like resin over it to like protect it, but I decided, I looked into the beading community and they said this stuff right here will last through an atomic bomb. So I said, okay, that's what we're using. And
You're like, that's what we're gonna use then.
I
Perfect.
do have rhinestones glued to my desk accidentally, and they're going to be there forever.
Giving a character, I like it.
So this goes into a little bit of advice that I like to kind of do for the last roughly about like 25 questions. What equipment do you use, and what software do you use that you would suggest to new streamers out there?
Elgato everything. Elgato, use Elgato, guys. Literally, my face cam, I've got a stream deck, the wave, I've got the arm. Like, literally, if it's Elgato, I've got key lights. If it's Elgato, it is quality. And on top of that, you can always get help with your Elgato products. Their customer service, 10 out of 10. Literally, you can't go wrong. And it's not overpriced. You know, like it's a little pricey, but you're getting what you pay for it. It's not like a Shure mic where like you're literally just paying for the name. Elgato, you're paying for the product that they're giving you. It's so good. They're so good. Sponsor me, Elgato.
I'm gonna say this right now. I love Elgato. Elgato now, absolutely love them. Elgato, when I first started streaming, was the bane of my fucking existence. Because I was streaming on a PlayStation 4. So I had PC connected. I had 14 different boxes, 8 different USBs.
Oh my
It
gosh.
just was a cluster fuck. Now it's a lot more simpler, and it's a lot more simplified, and I could hear a bing, and now I know what my watch is telling me. Bitch, you need to wake up. I've already been up.
I'm awake.
I'm on that. I'm dead.
You.
Fuck you.
I'm dead.
I'm dead again. But that is one thing I like to say is, so for me, streaming software, get yourself something that you're comfortable using. Try everything that's out there. Download Meld Studio, download OBS, download, like, there's a couple of them, Stream Elements. Download a bunch of different ones, see which ones you actually like using. And go from there. Also, for equipment wise, you don't need the most ballerous mic. You don't need the most ballerous lighting. You don't need all that stuff. You can get that later on when you have the funds to do so. I tell everybody, get yourself a good $10 Amazon ring light and a good
that's what I did.
a good $45 Razer microphone.
Yep.
And you'll be good to go.
I got it all along. I mean, did you see on Twitter my setup, how much it changed? Like, I used to stream off of a PS5 with an Elgato capture card to a laptop, and now I've got like BR Paradox PC. I've got the key lights. I've got, like 3 monitors. Like, you do not need everything at the beginning, guys. You'll be fine.
We come from such the same beginnings.
We really do.
I had a flashback, and people know about this in stream, and I've talked about it. When my PC was down, I was like, I have to stream. Like, I want to stream. And I was like, let me go grab the PS4. I went and grabbed the PS4, was streaming with a very bad Razer headset mic. My combo. It humbled me so quickly. I was like, ooh, I've been here. Hold up.
I didn't want to be back here.
I didn't want to be back here. But we're here now.
Yep.
And it's one of those, like, did I not put it on public this whole time? I'm gonna laugh on my. I just noticed something that, like, nobody has commented on the whatchamacallit here.
Oh no. You had it on private?
Yeah.
Nope.
I had YouTube on private. Well, that's fun, guys.
I didn't even know you could do that.
You can, yeah. It's no longer private now. Now it's public.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. Sorry about that. I just looked at it. I was like, why is there nobody on there? Normally there's like 4 or 5 people on there right now.
Weird.
Streamer things that we always are going to mess up on a little bit of stuff. These last questions I have are specifically for you. Okay. I custom tailor some questions that kind of might be about Kick, might be about streaming, might be about the space, anything like that. As a female streamer in the gaming space, have you ever found the Kick's environment more welcoming, or was it more challenging for you to get into this space?
Kick has a lot more trolls, and they literally will come. And I'm sure they come for the men too. I'm sure they do, but like, nobody should be saying that they're going to R-word me. Some things should not happen. And now I'm hearing, like, I've heard so much about, like, so many females on the platform getting doxxed and, like, putting their kids' names. Like, those are things that should not be happening. The platform should be doing something quickly to intervene in those types of situations. That should never be allowed. It should never be overlooked. Those are the types of things that need to be dealt with. So, as a female on Kick, there's work that needs to be done. Is it better than it was when I first came over? 1,000%. 1,000% way better than it was. But there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. Tons of work.
Gotcha.
We'll get there.
For me, I just wish they had a little bit more of an advanced moderation tool.
Agreed.
I
1,000%.
that you should not be able to create an account unless you have a verified email and a verified phone number.
Agreed. 1,000%.
One thing that we learned over on the purple side, aka Twitch, for those of you that are over on Twitch, hi, how you doing? I haven't been here in a long time. I still will say fuck Twitch. I don't care. I'm going to use your platform. Fuck you. Just because the CEO said some shit that fucking pissed me off. He said you're not allowed to put any other platforms' logos.
Oh, wait, I heard about this.
On the platform. So I actually made a panel, which I feel bad for Beam when they featured me because the panel was kind of there.
Whoopsie daisy.
Not Beam. Sorry. Meld Studios. It says, and I quote verbatim, fuck you, the CEO. I will promote what I want to put and what I want to do as a content creator on my platform that I am using. Please check your. I said, please update your affiliate terms of service if you want this or not, because I scoured the affiliate terms of service because autism. It's true, and it had nothing about you not being able to do that as an affiliate. It said it about partners, but not affiliates. So,
well, I mean, they even had the whole thing of like, if you leave our platform, we're going to charge you X amount of money if you let your affiliate status go. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I'm an affiliate. You're barely paying me anything. What do you mean you're going to take money if I let it fall off? You're like, okay, I'm just going to go then. I'm just going to go. You guys have fun.
Look, they have I have a vendetta against them, and it is personal. Like I said, they were holding my money hostage. This was years ago, before I found Kick, and I actually just went balls deep into Kick. I was streaming over there, was affiliate. I had active subscribers. I was making a decent amount of money. Mind you, it wasn't anything that I have ever made over here on Kick, which I'm always grateful for. I had enough to, make a decent, insurance payment.
Yeah.
It was great. But I didn't realize that they were taking half of the subs that I was making. And I think it was like the payout had changed to like $100. It was that awkward time, and I was in that awkward moment where I wanted to leave the platform. I sent them an email saying I want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. I want my contract to be done so that you can't take any of my things. Yeah. What's up, Fiji? How you doing there? Over on the then you stop watching me. Okay, bye. So with Beam, it shows who's watching your channel. And it shows who's watching, and then when they leave, it says goodbye. So it's one of those things. I love that. If we had that on Kick, man, would that alert be going off like crazy? Anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They basically held my money hostage. I emailed support 3 months later, still didn't get anything. Had been streaming on Kick, and then that like whole Twitch drama came out. And I posted the screenshot of what they sent me in the email. Saying, oh, we don't have to pay you. You're not at your threshold. You need to stream on the platform to get to the threshold. But then it was funny, though, when that got a lot of traction and people started retweeting and doing things. Tell me how less than 2 weeks later I got a payout of all the money that was in there. Damn. So you got to bitch about something to get it?
Yeah. Apparently that squeaky wheel always gets the oil.
Apparently.
Every time.
Every time. So this goes into a thing with Kick specifically. Tips and donations are big on Kick. Can you share a moment that you remember where your viewers' support directly influenced your stream and your content?
Oh, that happens all the time. My community is insane. I mean, Baker right there in chat. He has made me cry many a times. I mean, Carly as well has gone fucking crazy at times. Eddie came in one time. Actually, I'm not convinced it was Eddie. I think that they were testing out the anonymity option on the gifting. So I don't think he was actually there. Dropped 100 subs, stopped me in my tracks. Like, literally. And the funny part is about my community, when one person starts, a lot of times, like, others will join in. And then, like, I'm just sitting here, like, I'm amazed that anybody's watching me to begin with. So the fact that I am making anything off of it is insane. Yes. Dr. Casey, I literally was like, no one's gonna send me 50 subs. Dr. Casey's like, bet. And I'm just like, bro, no. It's my community is insane. I mean, I can't express how freaking lucky I am to have somehow assembled some of the most caring and loving community members all in one place. I don't know how I did it, but I am grateful for it every single day because again, I thought I was going to be streaming to like maybe 5 people. Maybe 5. Here we are.
It was one of those things where with me, I always tell this to every single person is when they come to my stream, you don't have to sub. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I've said this before and I've said it multiple times. I've never had those like crazy 100 bombs. I've never had even a 50 bomb. I've had a 25 and I broke down mentally. I'm not one of those streamers that if I get something like that given to me, like I don't know how to handle it. It's one of those things where I don't know how you handled it because I'm telling you right now, if anybody
I cry a lot.
If anybody ever did that to me when I was live, if Eddie did a 100 bomb, or even it was somebody within our extended communities did that, I would be floor puddle.
They've seen me cry a lot on stream. It's the ongoing joke. Like I've been front paged and crying so many times that it's almost like a thing now. You know, like
it's like you have to do that like monthly.
I have to cry. If I start crying, you have to front page me, okay? That's how this works.
But no, it's one of those things that I've always been a big supporter of other people, and I a lot of other people have come out of the woodwork, and I hate to say this, and it's sad to say, but a lot of other people have been coming out of the woodwork and saying, "Oh, well, I saw that you donated 10 subs to Jenna. Like, why haven't you done that to me?" And I went, well, I don't really vibe with your content in that aspect. No offense. All you do is stream YouTube videos. I would like to donate it to somebody that's actually out here playing a video game, doing their big one, and having a good time with the community. And I got a lot of flack for that.
That's insane. First of all, that somebody would approach you asking for subs. I've never done. The closest we get is for my anniversary stream where we do a sabotage. And I'm not even asking for it because I literally do not want to get pied in the face. You know, like it's just a fun thing that we have done since year 1, you know, of we do this sabotage. But outside that, I don't ask for subs. I feel guilty sometimes that like people are giving me their hard-earned money, so I make sure I do like a decent giveaway every single month. That way I can give back to those that are like keeping me afloat because like my job got taken over by AI. This is how I'm contributing to my family financially currently, you know, like so without all of the amazing, wonderful people that do these things that, you know, like I might have to go and get a regular job and I wouldn't be doing this anymore, you know, like for now this is enough. You know, like, not that like we necessarily like my husband's in the Navy. You know, like we don't make the most money in the world, but we make enough to get by. You know, like we're okay. So I don't know. I just think it's crazy that anybody would come to you and just be like, "Hey, I saw you do this. Now why aren't you doing it for me?" And I always hear stories about that. I've never, because like I'm pretty generous. You know, like. I try to help and spread love as much as I can. So imagining anybody coming up to me and being like, why won't you do that for me? I'd be like, well, now I don't even follow you because that's weird. You know,
it's been one of those learning experiences for me because I'm one of those people that I will always give the shirt off my back regardless of what's going on. That's just how I am as a person.
Yeah.
So when they see me doing it for other people, it's because I genuinely want to see them succeed. I want to help them out as much as I can. And look, I'm not made of money. I work a job that barely makes me scrape by, but whatever sub revenue or whatever I have from that month, I like to spread it around a little bit. It may not be the most subs in the world, but I do it to help people. And when I have people that come to me like that, it discourages me from ever wanting to do it. Which I've reached out to a couple people that know of the situation. And I've told them, I said, look, hey, like, I'm not going to be able to sub for you for the next couple months. This person is watching what I'm doing. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Crazy.
Is there a way that I could send you like $10 on PayPal or Cash App? Just so like, I feel like I'm okay in this situation.
Easy to me though. Like it goes along with the whole like streamers going after particular viewers in their streams because of what they give. Like I've heard Repulsive talk about this with Back to Lobby. Like people will literally go into his streams, ignore him, and just talk to her. Like that's insane to me. Like I cannot imagine doing that to anybody. Like it doesn't make any sense. It does. Like I've got some heavy hitters. I'm lucky they found me. You know, like I'm not going around trying to poach people and have them come in or go after people that like I just know are heavy hitters in other places. At the end of the day, everybody has their community, and really 9 times out of 10, they're not leaving that community. You know, like people are going to go where they want to go. They're going to spend their money where they want to spend it. None of us have any control over that. So there's no point in getting bent out of shape for it. You know, like I can't believe somebody did that to you. That is crazy.
It puts a bad taste in my mouth, but at the same time, like I kind of expected it because of like how people are. I was like, it's only a matter of time before this happens again because people are fucking crazy. And we just had that issue last week.
Holy moly.
But no, it was, oh, I saw that you did this, and you know, not to bring up my best Judy here, but I'm going to bring her up. Oh, I saw that you gifted her 28 subs last month. Why are you fucking pocket watching me?
Yeah, and why is it any of their business to begin with? That's fucking wild.
And it was
that's fucking wild.
Well, I resubbed to you. You know, could you resub to me? And I'm like, look, I have no expectations for subs. I appreciate that you did that to me, but do not renew your sub. I told that person they're going to remain anonymous.
That's crazy.
Do not renew your sub with me. I do not want a transactional friendship. I want a friendship that's built on trust and having open communication. And that is not trust or open communication.
Nope. That's crazy. I'm
transactional.
sorry you went through that.
I get the crazies. Look, me and you both know the crazies that I've had to deal with.
Oh, I'm fairly aware.
I don't understand. I'm not going to mention I'm not going to mention the person's names because there's multiple. But like, I attract the crazy to my stream. Apparently,
it just happens. It just happens. But you attract more than a crazy on top of it, so that's a W.
I attract like 20 good people and then like 2 crazies.
Yeah, I mean. The ratio there isn't terrible.
It's not terrible,
you know?
but like,
but it's not great either.
It's not great either. And the other thing too is I wanted to kind of talk about this, and it's something that's kind of ate me away this week. I'm going to be honest with you. And the reason why I brought up like subs and things like that is to kind of talk about this question and get your feedback as a friend. When you do subathons and like ideas for building up donations or doing things for charity, if you don't ever meet those goals, how do you really react to that situation?
So I've never done a subathon. I don't think I ever will. We don't usually have goals as far as like subs go. Like I'll have incentives. I'll have sub incentives. That way, like I can make sure I'm not giving, 3/4 of my pay away in a giveaway. That way, we just make sure that we have the money for the giveaway. As far as like charity and stuff, if we don't meet the goal, I mean, we haven't met all of our charity goals, which is fine to me. Like we crush them sometimes and sometimes we don't. And that's, it's very much like the fact that anybody is willing to donate the money that they work really hard for at all. to me or to like a great cause, like that alone speaks volumes. You know, like I don't get upset. Even we haven't always met all of our sub goals either, as far as like for the different tiers of giveaways. We've not always met, you know, all of them. And at the end of the day, the fact that like anybody's even sending one in is crazy to me, or subbing themselves one time. That's nuts. And I feel like we can, as streamers, it's our responsibility to make sure that our viewers don't just become numbers to us. You know, like that's on us to make sure that like people feel like they're being cared for. They feel like it's somewhere safe for them to be, not to be treated like, hey, this is you are my credit card and I am needing you to send me this much, or I'm just going to be kind of shitty about it. You know, like that shouldn't be how anybody makes you feel, especially some stranger on the internet. Because at the end of the day, we're pretty much all strangers on the internet.
Yeah, let's be real.
Don't let some stranger on the internet make you feel shitty, okay? And streamers, do better, because that shit's fucking weird to me. That is weird to me. I hope I've never pressured anybody into feeling like they have to do anything.
The only reason why I bring it up is because I don't usually do any type of like help me out, guys, type stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of realized that that's not my thing, and I shouldn't really be doing that anymore. Through this lesson that I learned this week, I put up a thing to basically say, hey guys, like, help me get to DreamHack, got, you know, sub incentives, this and this. And I streamed that whole stream out, and I actually didn't even reach one of the first goals. And I put a lot of work and effort into it. And I was like trying to talk to myself in a way where I was like, look, you need to like think about this from a different perspective. I kind of got really down on myself. I was like, am I not that good of a streamer? Was I not entertaining enough? Like, did I not bring something to the table that like people want to sub for? It brought me into that whole, like, am I good enough for this situation? Which I wanted to talk to you about. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that because like something wasn't reached like that?
I felt like that for a lot of reasons, never because of like a sub type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think every streamer's probably felt that at one point or another. You know, like I don't know if this is really for me. You know, it doesn't seem like other people are really enjoying it as much as I wish that they would, you know, like I think we've all been there. However, at the end of the day, I think it's important that all of us streaming should only be putting out content if we feel confident in our content. You know, like it's rough though. I can see how that would be rough if you're doing something specifically for a reason and then it's not met. Like that's rough, man. Like
it was one of
I
those
hate
things,
that. I hate it.
It was one of those things where I was like, okay, maybe I put too much pressure on people around me, and I learned a lot from it actually. I was like, you know what? This isn't my type of vibe. Let's rethink this and let's save up for next year. My goal was, because I work so much and I have a lot of bills and help a lot of things and do a lot of things, was to help raise money to go to DreamHack Atlanta. I couldn't cover basically the hotel because of like, that's just, I couldn't do it. With flying to go see my mom, see my grandpa, the funerals and everything that I've had to do, my savings is not a savings. It's not a savings.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I learned a lesson from it is not to expect a lot from the community in that aspect. And I had to really humble myself on it and be like, you are a streamer that when people want to do that, they do that. And I'm thankful for like the subs from you. I'm thankful for the subs from F7 Shenanigans.
Yeah.
I mix up your names all the time. I'll be like, Shenana
That's
Ban.
fair.
Shenana Ban.
Huge compliment. Huge compliment. I'm okay with that.
Which I do want to tease something, because I forgot to tease this earlier. there will be a Jenna Ban X AyoFuzz collab coming to F7 Shenanigans very, very soon. She's been working on them. There's a little sneak peeky if you saw it.
Ooh.
But there's might be a trash can clicker with a little bit of flair.
Love it. I love it.
It's got a little bit of flair.
Oh man.
It's got, it's got the fuzzy stamp of approval on it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really like the trash can clicker. Like I have it right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, like,
Denise.
I was like, would it be okay, Shenanigans? Like, do you think that Jenna would be mad? And Jenna would be like, no, make it.
I love that.
Like, no, make it.
I love it. I want one.
But it's gonna be really cool. She's sending me samples. It should be here in like 2 days, which I'll definitely show you guys. Also, there is a giveaway today, guys. You're gonna be able to win a Jenna Band clicker. You'll also be able to win it's a Kick logo, and then there's one other thing. If you go over to F7 Shenanigans website, I bought like a package. That if you guys want to, if you type in Jana in chat right now, you'll be entered into the giveaway. So type in Jana, you'll be entered into the giveaway. I'll reach out to you personally for like your address to be able to send everything out to you.
Cool.
But it is a F7 Shenanigans giveaway box. So that's what we're doing. I forgot to tell you that I was doing that giveaway. But if you guys in chat, Baker, anybody that is here that wants to win it, just no exclamation point, just Jana. It should automatically pop up. No exclamation. Let me see if it works here. Where's my kicklet? It should work here. I think I got it right. Well, we'll see. Giveaways. Yes, keyword is capital Jana.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. Let's see here if it's working. Yep, it's working here. Perfect. Just type in Jana in chat. I get you entered into that giveaway through the whole stream here. If anybody wants to type it in, you're more than welcome to do so. How this goes into a little bit about with the AyoFuzz podcast and the Bling Talks and the things that I do. I always sneak this question in, and it has a lot of funny things with it. It goes, "What is the first impression you ever had of me on stream?"
Like with you on stream?
Yeah. Yes. What is the first impression you had?
The first time I ever came through, it was for when you were doing one of your DJ sets. And I automatically fell in love. I was like, oh my gosh, he's amazing. It just entire fucking vibe, just having a good time. And since then, now I've gotten to know you better and really become great friends with you. Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
The colors turned out good. I'm surprised.
So grateful, though.
I'm surprised.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
But I'm fairly certain we first met through Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say she sent me over to you in a raid for one of the DJ sets. And that was my first impression. I was like, no, I love it here. I'm coming here all the time now. Like, that's it. This is where I will be. And honestly, you're just amazing and still are.
Look, that's the wholesome. Okay, you got one of the wholesome raids. A lot of other people that I've interviewed and got to do like a podcast with, they always have the most polarizing, like,
oh really,
first interactions.
Well, that makes sense. That I would have the wholesome one. I feel like a lot of my interactions are very wholesome in general.
They had what was it? I think I can't remember who I was interviewing, but they said that I was on a tirade about something that happened, and like I was just letting this person have it in chat, and they came in and said, I instantly fell in love with you because you just gave everything to like the chat.
Oh my gosh.
In that moment.
They were like, oh no, that's my kind of people right there.
That's my kind of people here. Also, by the way, Queen Carly, if you want to enter in the giveaway, just type in Jana in chat right now to be entered into the giveaway. If you guys want to be entered in, make sure you guys do that so we can have everybody entered in here. I think we touched on this before, but I want to go back to it. What really inspired you to start streaming? What was the aha inspiring thing that started you to that made you want to stream?
So, really hard only because it was just like a whole bunch of like little things that built up to where I was finally like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I had watched so many streamers, Chopsticks. I don't know if you know of Chopsticks,
Sounds
the
familiar.
Fortnite creator. Yeah, she's amazing. She was the second Fortnite streamer I'd ever watched, and the way that she was just always like happy and fun and like made me feel good. Like I wanted to be able to do that for other people. Like just give them that little hope. I always joke that Chopsticks kind of got me through 2020 when my husband was deployed. Like I'd wake up at 4 a.m. for no reason whatsoever every day. I'd watch out, make out Hill for a little bit, and then turn on her stream, and she'd just bring me happiness, and I was always just like, that's really freaking cool to be able to do something like that for just a complete stranger. She has no idea who I am. I'm just viewing her and not saying anything. She doesn't know that I exist, but she's having this kind of impact on me. I wanted to have that same thing on her or on others, like, so I if I had to pick one, the biggest part of me finally being like, okay, I'll just do it, that's probably it. I just didn't want people to feel alone. I don't want people to feel alone. I want people to feel loved and cared for.
That's me. It was to escape. So for me originally, streaming, it was like I streamed before, but not anything like going for it.
Right.
When the pandemic happened, COVID happened, I was that 80% that lost their jobs.
Yeah.
I worked in document management. It was you have to be there for that job. You cannot go anywhere else. They tried to do it remote. It didn't work because I have to be there to scan documents for insurance, Blue Shield, Aetna, all that stuff. And they ended up letting us go. And they hired all new temporary staff at a lower pay rate. Lovely shady businesses going on there.
Love that.
And look, I had my 401k, I had my retirement with them, I had everything with them because this was a company I wanted to stay with. I wanted to be in it for the long haul. It was something that I enjoyed. I loved working there.
Right.
When that happened, I was like, what can I do to kind of get myself out of this hump? What can I do to have some fun? What can I try to do to make some extra money on the side? I was like, okay, let me try actually giving streaming a go. And I jumped like head first into the streaming world, and I was DJing on Twitch to crazy amounts of people, which I still don't get how they were coming out of the woodwork. But it was one of those things where I realized I could bring a little bit of joy and a little bit of peace by being my authentic self and just having a fucking good time.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what the vibe is over here on Kick, and I've brought that over to Kick. I want people to have a good time. I want people to cuck-nuck. I want people to kiki. And I think that's the reason why I receive so much hate. Because I am that streamer that just like, let's have a good time. Let's vibe. Let's do this. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for all that shit. I'm in it for just having a good time, making a genuine connection with people.
Right.
And I guess people don't understand that that's a thing.
That's crazy to me. Honestly, that's crazy to me. I don't understand getting hate for just wanting to bring love. That doesn't make any sense. Some people are just forever going to find something to dislike about everybody.
Like, I'm like,
those people don't matter.
Like, do I have to like shake my ass or like something? Is that what I have to do to like
my
cause
gosh.
drama? Like, is that what I have to do to be like? It's just one of those
Look,
things.
I don't do any of that. And just for the record, I don't have to do any of that. I stay in my little corner. I focus on what I'm doing in my community, and people don't tend to bother me. Like, I'm sure there's people out there that don't like me. I literally could not give a fuck less. Could not.
I don't give a shit now, but before I used to.
Yeah. Well, no, and it's hard to just be like, oh, my peers don't even like respect me. Like, I can understand why that would get to you. Like that makes complete sense to me. But at the end of the day, they don't matter. None of those people matter.
It's just one of those weird situations as streamers that we get into. And I think it's honestly internally in our own head.
Oh, yeah, for
there
sure.
might not be that many people that hate us, but like internally in our head, we're like, oh God, Carly hates me. Like, I'm like, oh my God, Baker, he hates me.
Oh.
But in reality, it's not.
Yeah.
This
I don't.
we
I
didn't.
only know of one person that hates me. I don't think there's anybody else.
Well, they're
Maybe.
probably the same person anyway.
Yeah, probably.
We didn't get into this question, which I always usually do this as like a second icebreaker. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, fuck. That's easy. That one was easy.
Mine has evolved.
Ooh.
It used to be bitch.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'd be like, fuck
no,
a
that
bitch.
is a good one.
When somebody would like do something in like Dead by Daylight, I'd be like, fuck a bitch. Like shit like that. I used to say the C word a lot, but that's just because look, I grew up in an area in drag culture. That word was thrown around like it didn't mean nothing, but now it's kind of has meaning behind it, which I get.
Yeah, now you're
Won't say that. But then I play with my Australian friends and I'm like,
oh. You guys are saying it every other word.
Is this okay to say now?
I look, Carly calls me that word because she's British, and I be too afraid to say it myself.
I'll give you the C word pass as a gay LGBTQ plus IA subscriber member.
Let's go.
But yeah, it's evolved from that. Now I say random words that I don't think are curse words anymore.
Ooh.
I'll be like
it.
I've said a couple of them in yours. I'm like, not in my Christian Minecraft.
I love it.
It's just weird words. This one is a deep question, which again, I know we go up, down, sideways, in between. It's very serious. I'm looking to the camera.
Ooh. Oh, this is going to be a good one. We've got
Do
eye
you
contact
like it
right now.
thick or girthy?
Ooh. Wait.
That's such an open-ended question.
It's literally the same thing.
She got it, guys. She passed. She passed.
Same thing. I was like, wait, what?
Lizard.
We did it.
Lizard.
She passed, y'all.
We did it. You're
She
not
used-
tricking me today.
She used the 4 brain cells that were left.
Oh, they all just crashed together and then they did something.
This next one. What is one of the weirdest things you've ever seen in life and wished you've never seen?
Oh gosh, there's been so many. I've been to Walmart too many times. Oh gosh. Look, okay, this is gonna go back to my days at Disney. So, I was a costumer at Disney. So the one thing that I can say is the weirdest thing I've ever seen was Belle in her bloomers. So like under the dress stuff.
Yeah.
Without her wig on, she's got her wig cap on. Full makeup though. I know it's Belle because I'm a costumer and I work with her. She's just out back smoking a cigarette, like that's weird. Like you cannot unsee that. You're like, Belle, where's Beast? Maybe go read a book. You're not supposed to be out here smoking. What is your papa gonna say? Like there's a lot of weird things I saw at Disney, but that one's probably the one that's gonna stick out for the rest of my life.
Were you at Disneyland or Disney World?
Disney World. I worked for Magic Kingdom as a costumer.
Okay, so my cousin did that as well.
Oh, I love it.
So he used to tell me just horror stories because he also did suiting. So he was a costumer, he was like a multi-tool for them. Like he did repairs, he did like maintenance, he did like the teaching him makeup, teaching him how to write like the characters' names. And he also did character work.
Oh dang.
He would only do it like for certain characters.
Yeah, and that's how all of them are. They're all casted for certain people.
He would do Stitch. He would do Goofy.
Wait, those are very two different heights. Holy.
Yeah. But the Stitch one that he used is not the Stitch that they have now.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it was original Stitch, which was Big Stitch. You remember how it was like?
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Stitch anymore. The Stitch is short now. Stitch
Yes.
Stitch before was like
Holy moly.
it was one of the original ones they came out with, and he like was like, I'm never doing
Oh.
this again because they couldn't
Aw.
they couldn't find somebody tall enough for it. They made the suit,
God.
couldn't find somebody tall enough. He was the only tall one.
Oh my word. And there's so many like horror stories from the people that wore full on costumes. Like, it's so hot in Florida. Like, people get sick in those heads, you know? And us customers have to help them get undressed. Okay? It is not a fun experience to be like, oh, Tigger, you've gotten sick on yourself. This is fun. You know, like, it's just one of those, like, I saw too many weird things at Disney.
He also did
It's scarred forever.
what was that one? Scar? No, not Scar. Jafar.
Jafar, yes.
Because it was a head that you put on.
It's a tall one, yep.
Yeah.
It's a big one. The
Um,
head's so tall on Jafar, too.
Captain
Crazy.
Hook he did.
Yep.
Captain Hook he had to wear boot inserts because he wasn't like tall enough apparently.
Wait, what? That's crazy.
I don't know.
He probably got to play Beast, too.
He played
was
Beast.
a
He played
really
Beast.
Tall guy, yeah.
He said the Beast was one of the worst.
It is.
Like-
the halo for the Beast head is insane.
He said that he had to, he had a full cooling system. He said on days like they would freeze the cooling system just to get through the like heat.
Beast had like a whole stake that we would wheel around, like a wooden cart with a stake on it.
Yeah.
So that we could wheel his head around. It was insane. Like, we'd be like, oh, we're here to dress Beast.
And he said
Pulling this thing.
he said
Crazy.
the Beast, like, no shade to the person before, but he said that the other Beast that would wear it was a smelly Beast.
Oh, no, the costumers weren't doing their job correctly then, because holy, we scrubbed the shit out of those things.
And it was a smell that permeated, and they found out why. It was because the previous Beast was a little bit of a boozer.
Oh, okay.
He was sneaking.
Well, that explains it.
So that was one of the stories I have, is that Beast, when he was wrangling Beast, which if you know what that is, you know what it is. He had inside the thing, there's a thing that you can drink out of. Some of them have them, some of them don't. Some costumes, depending on which one it is, they might have one.
Camelback.
But he used to put a camel pack, and guess what was in the camel pack?
Oh my gosh, are you freaking serious? Oh, well, I bet he got fired pretty quickly.
That guy did not last.
No, that's not very magical of him.
He also sent
That's not
me.
very magical.
I'll have to pull up the picture somewhere, and I'll have to find it. He
Oh my
sent
gosh,
me
that's crazy.
he sent me a picture of Gaston smoking, and I about came in my pants.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy though. You go out back and you see all of these characters smoking, some with their wigs, some without their wigs, and they're all in bloomers. They're not wearing their actual costumes yet. And you're just sitting there like, this isn't how this is supposed to work. Magic is ruined.
But
Magic ruined.
He took me back. He took me everywhere where I wasn't supposed to. Technically, he wasn't supposed to do what he did. But like he talked to, I can't remember who it was, or what they call the person. There's like a term for it, but I got like one of the crazy VIP. You can go anywhere where you want to go. They thought I was a cast member.
Yeah. Well, because most of us are cast members backstage.
they're like, hey,
most of us are.
Well, it was funny because I was backstage in one of the, and they're like, hey, can you grab that? We need it for this. And I'm like,
Okay, I can help. I'm a helper.
I went and grabbed it, and I'm like, he's like, they thought you're working here. He's like, you know what? Just play along. Just play along
Yeah,
with it.
it works out better this way.
But it was one of those moments where, like, I love seeing that backstage stuff because it makes the magic more like real to me. But at the same time, I'm like, if y'all would have saw what I saw Gaston doing,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
you know, y'all would think of Gaston differently. But anyway.
Yep.
That's one of the cringe, the not really miss the cringes, but one of the weirdest things I've saw is besides my LA story, which I've told before with the lady and the fish.
Ooh.
Things she was doing to that fish. I don't want to talk about it.
Right. Oh.
Yeah. This one
Okay.
is another deep question. really deep. How do you stay motivated and avoid burnout? Open-ended.
So,
Sorry.
burnout's kind of been a problem. I've been going 3 years, minimum breaks. Here recently, I've been taking more time for me when I need it, which I need to get better about doing in general. I have streamed 6 days a week for 3 years straight now. I need to get better about it. You know, like I got some time off when the mods come and visit. I get some time off. But like the mods aren't visiting this year. So like I'm already like, oh my gosh, I should probably take some time off. I've taken like a couple days in the past couple weeks. I'm going to DreamHack, so it's one of those like I'll probably take some time off then too. I am not the best person to look at when you talk about, you know, avoid burnout, because I'm really bad about burning myself out, because I'm huge on the nobody's gonna ever outwork me type mentality, which is great in some aspects, terrible in others. But really focusing on your mental health and being able to recognize when it's not in the best place is important, especially in this industry, because we are put into positions to where at any point in time somebody can say something to us that's going to strike a chord, and the way that you handle it in that moment is what people will remember. So if you're in a terrible place, you might handle that really wrong, and people are never going to let you live that down. So be mindful, because honestly, any streamer, all streamers, it takes one thing for you to do for you to lose it all. It's none of this is you know, forever. You can mess this all up with one word, you know, like, so take care of yourself, take care of your mental. Don't fuck it all up because you had you know, you shouldn't have been streaming that day. Pretty much is what I would say. And I need to get better about taking breaks.
What I would suggest is, if you feel like you want to stream, but because you're always one that wants to grind, you're always one that wants to do something and be creative. My suggestion for a lot of people, which I've given, is when you feel like you want to stream and you are getting that burnout, go grab a couple people of your friends, go do offline content.
Yeah.
Go play a Fortnite round with everybody, but clip the moments. You still are able to be doing work and feel like you're contributing to that, because you want to contribute.
Smart, actually. Yeah.
You want to contribute to that, and it gives you that itch. It does for me. I don't know if it helps you. It might help you with it. Might be a little.
I've never tried it, but I definitely want to try it, because I mean that makes sense.
It scratches that itch of like, okay, I did something today. I achieved something. Like I got this 3 videos like ready to go, and like, you know, we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I like that.
It scratches that. I like
that a lot.
That's my piece of advice. The other thing I always like to tell people is I'm gonna put this out here, and this is my opinion only. This does not reflect Jenna Man in any way. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Sorry, the alert went off, and I was like, who followed? This does not reflect Jenna Man's opinion in any way. I'm gonna preface that because a lot of people like to clip shit out of context. If somebody is not respecting your boundaries, it is okay for you to cut that person off. If they do not benefit you in a way that is healthy, and this goes for anybody, a mod, a person of interest, a significant other. If you do not feel comfortable around them, do not be afraid to cut them off. I just need to preface this because a lot of people in the community are struggling with the parasocial relationships of it all. And I tell people to use discernment. If you do not feel comfortable in a situation, you have the right to talk to that other person and tell them, hey, I do not feel comfortable having this conversation. And don't be afraid to reach out to me if I have said something that you do not vibe with. I've always been that person to have a conversation and work together as human beings, than not work together as human beings. Because I am a flawed individual. I know I am. I have made many mistakes in my life. but I want to learn from other people and learn to be a better person. With that being said, I know who you are. Okay. We've seen the accounts. It needs to stop. I've asked this multiple times. You need to stop what you're doing. Please seek help. Dial 611. Get yourself some help. Because I just found the other account follow me. So, with that being said, let's move on from that topic and go into the last and final couple little questions. Again, this does not reflect Jenna Ban and who she is. This is my opinion. If she agrees with it, she does agree with it. She don't. But I want to go into this. How does community play a role in your streaming experience?
Oh, community is everything to me. I'm completely community centric in my streams. I cannot do what I do if I don't have the community there in like helping me with it. Like, I'm just incredibly lucky to have a community that is so interactive with me, because I think that if I didn't have that, I don't know if I would be able to do any of it. Honestly, it would make it significantly harder to be entertaining, I think, if I was if I didn't have them playing off of everything that I'm doing or playing along with everything that I'm doing. So literally none of it exists without community for me.
Yeah, look, I'm rebuilding my community. I always like to say it's a work in progress right now. My community is a work in progress.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We're midnight. No, we're not. We're not midnight doing that.
Yeah, you're like, nope, that's not it.
That's not, well, sometimes. Anyway, the thing that I want to say is, how do you ever give constructive criticism, or have you received constructive criticism? And is constructive criticism something that you take as a streamer?
I mean, I feel like I receive constructive criticism all the time. As far as giving constructive criticism, I mean, I'll do it to my friends. You know, like, I'm not going to take an interest and tell people how to do things if I don't care. You know, like, if I'm not invested in it, then I'm not going to waste my time with it. You know, like, very much that's how my outlook in life is we're only given a little bit. So spend it how you would like to spend it. However, I don't even know if I've given any constructive criticism to anybody other than like, hey, your game's too loud, or hey, your mic sounds off. You know, like, I don't think that I've ever felt the need to like be like, hey, your shit's all ass. You know, like, and I don't think that anybody that I care about, I don't think that any of their shit has been ass. You know, like, so no, I've not given out a whole lot of constructive criticism other than like streamer help. But I mean, I receive it all the time, you know, like, sometimes it's from trolls, but like I'm lucky that I have a partner that's not afraid to tell me when he thinks that I could do better at things, you know? So like, I'm super lucky in that aspect. So that's probably who I receive the most constructive criticism from is him, but he wants it to be better. You know, like, he wants the same thing that I want. So like, it's almost not even constructive criticism. It's more like brainstorming type thing, you know, like.
Yeah. Shout out to Travi.
Yes. He's
AKA
pretty
Travis.
awesome. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of him too. Never seen him, but you know,
Oh,
he could join the
he just
harem.
came home in his uniform, so.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Oh, Lord. So this next one here, you did a series, a pitch kick series, guess your duo series on Kick. It sounds like fun. It's a really innovative way to engage with your audience. How did you come up with that idea for pitch kick?
Okay, so we're in the middle of it. We've got 3 more next week. Holy moly. It was a night of repo. A night of repo, and a bunch of my friends started using voice changers, and I was just sitting there like, wait, I can barely tell who my friends are right now, you know, like, and then I was like, how cool would it be to do like almost like Masked Singer concept in Fortnite? And then I was like, at first it was going to be, I would bring on 2 other streamers and they would have to try and figure out who the other one was. But then I was like, that's going to be really difficult to,
Logistically.
to make it logistically to get two streamers in the same place, both of them not streaming at the same time, and make sure that they would know one another, like in general. And I was like, that's just too much. And I was like, if I just do a duos game with somebody, let the community guess, way more fun, like way less logistics to have to try and figure out. And yeah, I honestly am super happy that like it's been received so well by the community in general. Like we're meeting new people that just like the concept. I haven't heard too many people say that they don't like it, but I guess that's kind of like the way of things. Is nobody's gonna be like, wow, your idea is ass, like at least nobody that I would actually listen to. So I've been enjoying it a lot, so much. I still can't believe that I've been able to assemble the streamers that I have been able to assemble so far, and just keeps on getting better. Every episode keeps on getting better.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, my guesses were so off.
Everybody, look, last night everybody was wrong.
Look, we were so
Thank
wrong.
you, Big D.
We were so wrong. I was like, it's Echoes. And then I was like, wait, no, Echoes doesn't really play like, look, no shade to Echoes. You know I love you, Echoes.
Echoes was my guess on Monday.
But the thing was, is I didn't watch. I forgot to.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the VOD back because I work on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, everybody's been guessing everybody. And then yesterday they thought that it was a male I was playing with. And I didn't correct them. Nobody ever asked directly. It was not a male. So they're just guessing all of these males. And I was just like, well, I could correct them, but no.
They haven't asked. So...
No, now I don't know if I'm going to tell them what sex the streamer is I'm playing with at this point.
I don't think you should. I don't think you should. Look, I'm going to say
right now. It just makes it way more fun.
Sorry, Jenna's community. I'm telling her no.
You're going to have Baker, KP, and Big D all riot. Honestly. Much... They're like, but we want to know.
They're gonna riot. They can come for me on Twitter. It's fine. It happens weekly. Just go ahead. It's fine, Baker. Go ahead. You can
just join in the mob of people. It'll be okay.
It's perfectly fine. I'm okay with it. It's fine here. Like I say that that meme. That meme.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. But going back to the pitch kick. Where did my question go? It disappeared on here. You've collaborated with streamers like Echoes Nation, Kernus Live in your duos. What makes your duo streams on Kick so efficient in building a community?
I think at least as far as the pitch goes, everybody likes to solve a mystery. Everybody loves to solve a good mystery, and the Fortnite community in general, I would say, is pretty tight knit. So a lot of viewers frequent other Fortnite creators, so it's easy to be like, all right, you know who this person is. I'm willing to guess that you know who this person is, but can you figure it out just by asking questions type thing? And I think that that's something that all humans love. Like who doesn't like to be like, like that's why the whole game Guess Who is a game, That's why Masked Singer is such a big hit. That's why shows like freaking Scooby-Doo have done so well. As humans, we love a mystery. And what better way to, put it all together on a platform than find something that we're all very passionate and know. So it'd be really cool to do it, I think, with like other categories or even just like a broad sense category and not play a game. Maybe someday we'll look into that.
That might be a little fun thing to do, guess the streamer.
Yeah, and just have them wear like a VTuber or something, like put on like a model or even like a filter and then a voice changer and Discord column. That could be something that we do next.
Hey.
Could be
I'll take the 5% royalties on the
got
idea,
you. Okay? I got you. You're like, we were just spitballing. I got you there.
Celebrating your third stream anniversary soon. What's one of the major lessons you've learned about maintaining consistency on the Kick platform?
So consistency is everything in streaming. I think that is something that a lot of people overlook. But giving people a place to go at a time that they expect, in a place where they expect, over and over again is really how it's the keystone, I would say, of building a community is just being reliable, letting them know that, no matter what you have going on in life, I'll be here, even if you can't show up for a couple weeks. When you have time again, guess where I'm going to be? I'm going to be exactly where you left me. It's important, I think, to do to make sure that you are consistent for your community, because they will consistently show up for you if you consistently show up for them.
I have noticed that myself, because I didn't have a consistent schedule. I've noticed if I make a consistent schedule, people show up.
Yeah. They know where to find you and when.
Who would have thought putting that out on Twitter would create consistency? Look,
that's all it takes.
The more you know, right?
Right? Every day we learn something new.
This is the cup so far, guys. We have
oh
about
my gosh,
half the
it
cup
looks
done.
so good.
I will have this cup done actually tonight.
Oh, let's go.
So I'm gonna work on it off stream. Just vibe out with some music, and if you're streaming later, I'll definitely come and hang out while you're doing it.
Let's go.
These last 3 questions are super hard questions.
Oh gosh,
they really get your brain rotted.
Oh,
since we didn't do it at the top of the stream, this is a Kick question. Okay. Is there anything on Kick that you think that they should improve on? What is it and why?
View botting, easy day. And it's not just view botting, in the sense of like adding bots. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious when people are botting. We all know. We can all see it. Mm-hmm. You're not being slick. We know. Along with that, the tabbers, they keep on saying that they know who's doing it. They don't award them from page time. That's bullshit. I see them on front page all the time. Tabbers and botters. If we as streamers can see it easily, I don't understand why there's not somebody dedicated to make sure that shit's not make it to front page. And also, it should be punished in some way, because it makes all of us look like fucking idiots, you know, because then everybody's numbers are in question, like it's absolutely out of control at this point. And people think they're being slick. We see it. The tabbers at this point are gaining freaking like momentum. They literally do not care that they are doing it. They've got bots now telling people to join the Kick Fam Discord that are taking over the entire platform. What's Kick doing? They're still front paging them. Yeah. So I mean, like it's just ridiculous to me. It's crazy.
That's my main thing is awarding people that are known for it, getting them verified, giving them partner. Yep. When there are people on the platform that have been die-hard Kick supporters, have done pitch Kick, have put in the work, are constantly promoting the platform, and they get overlooked. Yep,
I completely agree.
And there is the one-offs that do get it, and that's great that they put in that work. But that's my main thing is instead of rewarding these higher up streamers and the people that already have pre-established communities, I will say this and die on this hill. And if anybody was in the Santa Maria talk, I said it to him and he gave me the most dirtiest fucking look, which he doesn't know that I am on that spectrum and I read people's body language. I'm very good at it. And I said, Kick, the only people on Kick that are your bread and butter are your content creators, your ones that are your 10 CCVs, your affiliates, creators, the new verbiage, creators on the platform. Your XQCs do not, yes, do they add numbers and people of viewers? Yes, but only for that person. I would rather uplift or verify or give a partner opportunity to a 10 CCV viewer person, because that is a genuine community. Then give like a XQ.
About it too.
Huh?
There was a time that they were talking about like a case by case situation where they would grant, partnership. I think it was just partnership though. I think you had to get verified. But they would grant partnership for people that they felt their content was good enough to be a partner, but I don't know.
Look, I'm gonna be
I've
so for
seen-
real and transparent with you. There's people that got that shit. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Their content is ass.
Can we just say that a little bit louder? Because holy shit.
Sorry.
Honestly,
Their
there's
content is
been
ass.
some really, really strange things that have happened throughout my time here. I've seen some really odd things happen. And at the end of the day, I always put it down as it's their platform. They can do what they want with it.
That part.
They can do what they want with it. Does it frustrate me? Sure. But I can't do anything about it. I'm just over here grinding my ass off. So
Look, I'm not one to put people down in their content. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one to put people down in your content. But when you are verified and partner and you are streaming nothing but YouTube,
yeah, no, that's fucking wild. That's fucking wild to me.
the
And
fuck?
I want to say that was discussed too in one of the Kick Talks about how like they were looking into people that's what they were doing because it was clear what they were doing. They were I think that it was a tabbing situation. They were running a whole tabbing ring and they weren't actually making content. Is what I want to say that they were talking about, and I was just like, oh, so we're doing something about that one because I think we all know. We all know
No,
who
yeah.
we're referring to.
So look, this is the thing is yesterday I was a little angry because I got timed out in Santa Maria's chat because of a comment that was said, which is fine. He has every right to do that. So I decided to, be a little rebellious because, we are rebels. Let's be so for real. Our generation, we're a little bit rebellious and shit.
That's the water.
It's,
It's not rebellion. It's just testing.
So I did a chair stream.
Oh, wait, I saw the chair stream.
Since it's okay.
I was like, wait, it really is just a chair stream. I literally came to see. I was like, huh?
I
Oh
literally
my
streamed for 2.5 hours. Just my chair.
Gosh. That's hilarious. Well, it's more than what some people are doing. So
Look, if that's, if it's allowed, if you're saying that I have to stick to one thing and one thing only to make it, I'm going to do chair streams from now on.
yeah, fair. Fair.
Look, we love Kick, but look, we do have opinions and we're not afraid to voice our opinion on it.
Well, and we're humans and we should be able to speak our opinions on things because this is not, nobody's holding us hostage here. We can say what we have to say.
100%. Okay, so this goes into your pitch kick series, which I wanted to ask you a little bit more about. You stream with a voice. You have the streamer stream with a voice changer and a default skin in the series. What's one of the funniest moments so far you've had that's gotten like a crazy reaction from chat?
Look, sometimes some of the streamers, because they're all, I try to assemble a group of streamers that I feel like at least my community would know, because I assume my community is literally all going to be there for these things on top of the Kick community in general. But we had Curons on Tuesday, and like you can hear, I don't know if anybody here knows Curons. Well, my community that's here knows, but like he's got very strong mannerisms.
Mm-hmm.
So like he'll like say little things or make little noises and be like, little things like that. And I'll hear it come through. I'll look over at chat and everybody's just like 1,000% it's Curons. And I'm like, bro, this is how much people love you. All you have to do is like, and everybody right then and there is just like, it's Ron. It's insane to me how much, the community is actually paying attention to us. Like they really do pay attention. They listen to us. They know us. If you can get figured out with a voice changer and a completely different account and stuff, I mean, that just shows you how much the community cares about you and really fucks with you. I think it's good for, Kick as a whole, as a community as a whole, to band together for this. But I think that it's also I hope it's giving some confidence to these creators to show them how much we love them and support them. You know, like feel like it's a give and take there. So I think it's perfect.
Look, I know if I ever got involved in it and was ever be able to have the opportunity to do it, I would have to change my mannerisms when I play
Yep.
so bad.
Yep.
Because like when I get kills and stuff, I'm like, okay. Yeah. So they would know it's me. So I'm gonna like if I ever had the opportunity, not saying I would ever, not saying I am. I'm not a part of it. I'm not, guys. And I saw some people thinking it was me the last fucking time.
Now everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, it's Fuzz, 1,000% it's Fuzz every time.
Every time. But like that's a fun series to do. Like also, I know that Shenanigans is doing a series with like ghost hunting. I wish I lived close to her because I love that shit.
Oh, I'd cry. I'd probably pee myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Look. When I was younger, we used to go ghost hunting.
Oh, that's scary.
And we would. So this is how kids' imaginations. We have a wild imagination. I had a dustbuster.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you were a Ghostbuster.
I thought that we could suck up the ghost.
Oh, because Ghostbusters told us we could.
Yes.
Ghostbusters said we
could. And we used to go out to like the graveyards and like the weird like abandoned buildings in our town and
my
like,
gosh.
Just
I love that.
Look, I had a weird childhood and I don't regret it at all. But that brings us into the closing time because I don't want to take up too much of your time today. First, I just want to say I appreciate you for being who you are. Being a genuine soul, authentic, being yourself, never being afraid to not speak your mind in a way that is very nice. Sometimes I speak my mind, it can be hateful, but it's hateful with heart. If I'm yelling at you, it's for a reason. If I'm saying the things I'm saying to you, it's for a reason. You really emphasize having a loose freedom and also a feeling of a sense of community and fun. And that's what we really need on this platform is more people that are like your F7s, are like your Jenna Bands, are like your Lauren Shays, are like your Foxies, are like your other people that are out in this community that just really want to say, hey, I'm here, guys. Let's have some fun playing Fortnite. Let's do what we need to do. Just know that, hey, I might be having the worst day of my life, but we're going to have fun together. Let's get through this together as a community. And that really is something I wanted to let you know and give you your kudos, give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Because there are a lot of people in the community that unfortunately did not receive those accolades and have gone on. And I really want you to know that you do impact a lot of people within this community. And the reason why I wanted you on this is because you are one of those people that have impacted me in a positive aspect. And I don't want to make you cry or nothing. No crying.
I'm gonna start crying, bro. It's what I do. We're working on it.
It's one of those things where I came to your stream and I was just like, okay, this is a person that I see myself in her. I see the struggle. I can see the pain in her eyes. I know that she's been through some shit. But she's still out here, still being herself, still having a good time in this community. And that's really what I want to emphasize with you is just thank you so much for being who you are. It's not about you being verified. It's not about being a partner. It's about you being an individual. It's about you being Jenna Band. And that's the reason why I said, like I said, I had a very select few people that I was like, I want them to be a part of this. I had season 2 already planned. I was like, I hope Jenna Band doesn't feel left out. She's in season 2 instead of season 1.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm not that type of person that ever feels like, oh, well, why wasn't I like, sure, I guess at some point in time, I might feel like, well, why wasn't I invited? But like, especially with my friends, I'm very much like, I know that they care about me. I care about them. They would never do anything malicious to hurt me. So like, I would never just be randomly offended by you. Unless you gave me a reason to, and I don't see that happening.
It was one of those things where I have that like guilt complex where I don't involve everybody.
Oh no, I get the same way. I felt bad about this pitch because I was like, I can't involve all the people that I'm closest to. Everybody's gonna know as soon as I have them on, like, so I was very much like, I need to find people that I don't play with all of the time, but I'm still friends with, so that like it's still a vibey experience, like, and that the community will know. So like it was like all of these factors that went into it, but I totally see where you're getting from, because I felt bad. I was like, I'm not inviting some of my best friends, and it's weird, but I think they understand.
It was,
no, I get it.
It was one of those things where I knew I was planning 2 parts of it, but I wanted it to also be a surprise. So I was like, don't spoil it, don't spoil it, don't spoil it, don't spoil it, don't spoil it. I was holding that in for so long. I'm like, oh my God, don't spoil that shit to her, please.
You're really bad at surprising people too.
I'm so bad at it.
I love telling people when I have a surprise for them, so I get it.
Look, it's to the point where my other half, like, I can't tell him, like, I can't surprise him with Christmas gifts because I'm so excited for him to get them.
You're like, oh, but this
bad.
just arrived and now it's for you, so it doesn't need to wait.
Literally, I've done that so many times.
Oh my gosh.
And the last final questions, like I said, last final question for you. This is your time to shine in the Bling Talks. We'll do the giveaway after you say this.
All right.
This is your time to shine. Let people know who you are. Let people know where they can find you. Talk about the series you're doing. This is your 3 minutes to just say whatever you want. If you feel like cussing me out, because I made you almost.
Gosh, darn it, Fuzz! How dare you? I don't know.
I made you
wince. What?
I made you wince a little bit in the eyeball. I don't want to ruin your makeup. It's good today. I don't want to ruin it.
Oh no, it's already running down here because of the tears that gathered. So it's fine. Everything's fine.
But go ahead and let people know who you are, what you do, and all that jazz.
All right, I'm Janaban. Stream here over on Kick every single day. Well, every Monday through Saturday, starting at like 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Predominantly do Fortnite content, but we have been dabbling in other things like COD, lots of COD lately, Rivals, Among Us. We've done some Phasmophobia, a little bit of Repo, played Peak for the first time this week. We're just trying out new, different things to keep me interested in video games, honestly. Fortnite doesn't always do it, okay? Do play with my community at least 3 times a week, every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Actually, tonight is a follower game day, so if you play Fortnite, tonight's a great night. Also, like we were talking about, I'm in the middle of my pitch kick of Guess My Duo, where I have 6 amazing creators that stream stream over here on Kick. They've all played Fortnite. They're using voice changers, alternate accounts, so that you can't see their favorite skin, their name, or hear their actual voice. The community is given a chance to guess who this creator is at the end of stream, and if you get it right, then you get entered for a $15 Fortnite gift card. I hate that they've changed that thing. It sounds so weird. But yeah, that's me, and I love Fuzz.
All right. I'm going to say it for her. She is a playboy. She is a philanthropist. She is an entrepreneur. She is Jenna Band. She's the one and only. If you don't know her, get to know her. If you don't know her, where are you? Are you living underneath a bridge? You might be Voldemort. I say this every episode.
Voldemort.
If you are Voldemort, just know that the door is right there. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. By the way, guys, if you want to be entered into this giveaway, right now you have only about like 1 more minute, and then I'm going to hit the roll button. Just type Jana, Jana, in chat right now, and you'll be entered into that giveaway. So if anybody hasn't entered into that giveaway, wants to enter that giveaway now, please do so. We will be closing it down in about 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all capital letters. Delta, all caps. Hit all caps. 5.
That's my boy, Big D.
Big D hit it. All caps. J.
Big D.
There you go. Let me go hit this one more time. Go back to it. Perfect. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and hit this here right now live. We're gonna hit the roll button. It's Delta Plays. Delta
Let's
Plays.
go, Big D.
Big D, you won the giveaway. Reach out to me in a DM. I will make sure I get your address, and I can send you out the care package. It is kick related, so I hope you're okay with that. I also need to order a couple more things from Shenanigans so I can send it in that package, but you should get it within the end of this month. So just if you have Twitter, Delta, just DM me on Twitter or Discord, or we'll link up somehow. But again, I just want to say thank you so much to the one and only Jana for being here, having a good time. I butcher your name all the time. Just know that.
That's okay.
I have the worst dyslexia and autism, so my brain messes up all the time. And I've even said it like when I've been streaming with her before. I'm like, fuck, I said their name wrong.
And I'm just like, aw, it's like you've got a little pet name for me. I think it's cute.
Look, it's I still mess up on Shenanigans sometimes. I call her Shenana.
Shenana. Ooh, that's cute. I like it.
Oh, you have Discord? Delta, if you want to add this Discord real quick, add that Discord, and I'll make sure I send that out to you. We'll get your address and everything. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for having a good time. If there's anybody within the community that you would like to host out to today,
oh gosh,
I know that's a crazy question to ask you. Did that
anybody
not post? Oh yeah, I posted in chat. Okay, I have two different chats up, and like one of them didn't post.
You're like, hold
the
on,
information.
where did we go?
Hold on. If you know of anybody that you would like to,
I do know somebody.
All right, dish the tea.
Kieran's. He was actually one of my guests.
How do you spell that?
C-U Rons. C-U Rons.
Curons.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope this is the right person. Oh, they are playing Fortnite. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the one and only Jenna. For having an awesome time, being vulnerable, willing to share those stories. And again, like I said, I have mad love for you in a very gay way. If your husband's mad at that, that's fine. No, never. He can be mad that I come and steal you and go get a pedicure. But again, I would. I would. Trust me, my one best friend gets sick of me sometimes. I go over to her house. I'm like, get in the car now. We're going to get petties. And she's like, what? We just had one last week. I'm like, I don't care.
You need another. It's fine.
It's fine. No Twitter. Okay, sorry. I just read a message backwards. We're going to go host out to him. Have some fun, guys. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Remember you are somebody's smile, no matter if you're streaming to one person or 6,000 people. Be your authentic self. Be who you are. And we will see you on the next Bling Talks. Bye, guys. And is it going to host? I don't know.
We'll see. Will it work?